Talk to me, man. It's your boy Young Hov. If you turn the motherfucking noise up, we can get right into the proceedings this evening. The headphones are distorting. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Now we working with it. The boy Face up in baseline, baby. Mob. Welcome to New York City. It's your boy Young Hov. Chill. Kanye West on the track. Chi-Town. What's going on now? Can I talk to y'all for a minute? Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Just give me a minute of your time, baby. I don't want much. Let me talk to these motherfuckers. Guess who's Bizak? You still smell the crack in my clothes. Don't make me have to relapse on these hoes. Take it back out, they taxing the road. When I was hugging it, niggas couldn't do nothing with it. Straight from the oven with it. Came from the dirt. I emerged from it all without a stain on my shirt. You could blame my old earth for the shit she instilled in me. Still with me, pain plus work. Shit, she made me milk this game for all its worth. That's right. These niggas can't fuck with me. I'm calling guts every time, drag my nuts every time, homie. We make a great combination, don't we? Me and the Face Mob. Every time we face off, face it, y'all. Y'all niggas playing basic ball. I'm on the block like I'm 8 feet tall, homie. I'm in the drop with the AC off. That's why the streets embrace me, dog. I'm so cool.
Guess who's Bizak? Back on the block with them O's. Face Mob, black mittens and hoes. Don't make me relapse. Back to the block with the phone, cause the street shit is all I know.
From the womb to the tomb, a hot pot of joy and a spoon, trying to make me 40,000 and move. Motel, star-studded, rock stars and goons. Plain clothes wanna run in my room. But nigga, guess who's Bizak? It's your boy Face Mob. Started with an 8-ball. Gotta get this cake, dog. Give niggas a break, nah. You know how the game go. Fuck you think I slang for? To go against the grain? No. I'm out here in grind mode, wrapped up in a paper chase. I wanna fuck a fine hoe and candy paint the 88. Don't got no wholesale, cause that ain't how I wanna run it. Here, take these 5 stones and bring a nigga back 100. Gotta see my feet, dude. You do shit a fiend do. If I get too hot in the kitchen, I hit the streets, fool. Money is an issue, and that's on the shizzle. My nizzle, your block warm and I come by with the fizzle. And make for sure I get to work mine, a car at a time. We go to war and you ain't making a dime. Cause I got shit to lose. A nigga out here paying his dues. My baby walking, gotta get him some shoes. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'ma give you the blues. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'ma give you the blues.
Whoa. Guess who's Bizak? The boy B Mizak, aka Mr. Crack a Brick. Turn a whole one from a half a brick. Look, I mastered this. You can smell it once the plastic breaks. Hot play to make it swell up if your gasket clip. You can make your chips swell up. You don't have to pitch. Play them corners like a safety, watching traffic switch. Young and never pump fake, and you get past the blitz and keep your whole hood on flip. Like old box spring, pissy mattress shit. No won't box a thing, strictly blasting shit. I hug the block like quarter water. Shit, I used to hug the corner like an old deuce in a quarter. Till like deuce in the morning with the old heads. Slinging loose quarters. This Philly cat back at it. Still fucking with them crack addicts. Still busting with that black addict.
Guess who's Bizak? Back on the block with them O's. Face Mob, black mittens and hoes. Don't make me relapse. Back to the block with the phone. Cause the street shit is all I know.
Talk to me, man. It's your boy Young Hov. If you turn the motherfucking noise up, we can get right into the proceedings this evening. The headphones are distorting. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Now we working with it. The boy Face up in baseline, baby. Mob. Welcome to New York City. It's your boy Young Hov. Chill. Kanye West on the track. Chi-Town. What's going on now? Can I talk to y'all for a minute? Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Just give me a minute of your time, baby. I don't want much. Let me talk to these motherfuckers. Guess Guess who's Bizak? You still smell a crack in my clothes. Don't make me have to relapse on these hoes. Take it back out, they taxing the road. When I was hugging it, niggas couldn't do nothing with it. Straight from the oven with it. Came from the dirt. I emerged from it all without a stain on my shirt. You could blame my old earth for the shit she instilled in me. Still with me. Pain plus work. Shit, she made me milk this game for all its work. That's right. These niggas can't fuck with me. I'm calling guts every time. Track my nuts every time, homie. We make a great combination, don't we? Me and the face mob. Every time we face off. Face it, y'all. Y'all niggas playing basic ball. I'm on the block like I'm 8 feet tall. Homie, I'm in the drop with the AC off. That's why the streets embrace me, dog. I'm so cool.
Guess who's Bizak? Back on the block with them O's. Face mob, Mac, mittens, and hoes. Don't make me relapse. Back to the block with the phone. Cause the street shit is all I know.
From the womb to the tomb, a hot pot of joy and a spoon, trying to make me 40,000 and move. Motel, star-studded, rock stars and goons. Plain clothes wanna run in my room. But nigga, guess who's Bizak? It's your boy Face Mob. Started with an 8-ball. Gotta get this cake, dog. Give niggas a break, nah. You know how the game go. Fuck you think I slang for? To go against the grain? No. I'm out here in grind mode, wrapped up in a paper chase. I wanna fuck a fine hoe and candy paint the 88. Don't got no wholesale, cause that ain't how I wanna run it. Here, take these 5 stones and bring a nigga back 100. Gotta see my feet, dude. You do shit a fiend do. If I get too hot in the kitchen, I hit the streets, fool. Money is an issue, and that's on the shizzle. My nizzle, your block warm and I come by with the fizzle. And make for sure I get to work mine a car at a time. We go to war and you ain't making a dime. Cause I got shit to lose. A nigga out here paying his dues. My baby walking, gotta get him some shoes. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'ma give you the blues. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'ma give you the blues.
Whoa. Guess who's Bizak? The boy B Mizak, aka Mr. Cracker Brick. Turn a whole one from a half a brick. Look, I mastered this. You can smell it once the plastic breaks. Hot play to make it swell up if your gasket clip. You can make your chips swell up. You don't have to pitch. Play them corners like a safety, watching traffic switch. Young and never pump fake, and you get past the blitz and keep your whole hood on flip. Like old box spring, pissy mattress shit. No, won't box a thing, strictly blasting shit. I hug the block like quarter water. Shit, I used to hug the corner like an old deuce in a quarter. Till I deuce in the morning with the old heads. Slinging loose quarters. This Philly cat back at it. Still fucking with them crack addicts. Still busting with that black addict.
Guess who's Bizak? Back on the block with them O's. Face mob, Mac, mittens, and hoes. Don't make me relapse. Back to the block with the phone. Cause the street shit is all I know.
Talk to me, man. It's your boy Young Hope. If you turn the motherfucking noise up, we can get right into the proceedings this evening.
Yeah, nah, I'm literally, I'm launched. I'm in. One minute left for queue times. Oh, I'm about to be in there like swimwear. Queued in, logging in, connecting to servers. Yo, this might be the quickest. Yo, this might be queued. Queued. Wait, logging into Diablo. Queued. I'm in. I'm in.
Is it? Well, is it on? Hello, Mike. Let me listen to my feedback. Hold on, I hear me. Let me see. I haven't heard.
What about
I
me?
haven't heard you yet.
There we
No, I
go.
don't hear you.
Hello, mic check.
Yeah, there
One,
you go.
two.
There
Am I
you
loud?
go.
Am I low volume? How we
Wow, you
sounded?
sound good on my end. Sexy ass voice. As
Oh,
always.
all right. Hey, yo. We're 30 seconds in. Hey, yo.
We haven't fallen off the horse. We just gotta get back on it. Gotta get back on it. Hey man.
Yo.
Hey man.
Yo.
Hey. You remember how to press
Hey,
buttons, right?
yo,
Like, how,
yo.
how to transition and press buttons.
I
and-
think
and
so.
do
Hold
all
on,
that?
hold on. Let me click a button real quick. Wait. All right. Yep. All right,
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Street.
All
Yep.
right, okay.
All right, we'll go
all right.
back.
That was more for so me because I forgot that how to talk into a mic and where it goes. And
All right, we're back.
positioning and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, man. Oh, I see you got some Apex on the screen. Nice.
Yeah, these were some the duo matches that me and Angel be playing because that's what Angel went back to work, and I was like, damn, there goes my Apex partner.
I figured she did because I haven't heard her in
Yeah,
a minute.
and then
so I
she
figured
got
was
back on this weekend because she just went on leave again because she just had some like LASIK, so they were like, oh, you can't come to work for 8 days, and so she's like, yo, Apex, and I'm like, Starfield and Hyenas. I'm like, yo, you want to play Hyenas?
Yo, Apex.
I'm
But
like,
Apex.
I got a code for you. They sent me a code, Hyenas. They extended the beta. You want to play it? And then she's just like, Apex. I'm like, all right, fine, Angel. Let's play some Apex. So yeah, so this is some.
I gotta get
some
off of
Apex.
Starfields for Apex. Hyenas, fine. Let's play
Yeah,
some Apex.
yeah. I mean, because that's literally has been the rotation now. The last I mean, obviously it's been a lot of Starfield, but yeah, Apex and Hyenas. But it's, but yeah. So there's updated videos in here of gameplay of myself, and then we'll have more videos. I'll have some of your gameplay as well.
We already
too.
talked about it, but obviously I'm waiting for some games to pop up. But the intro will be refreshed. If you guys
Yes.
are familiar with the intro, it is a little dated. It is. I mean, it does have Diablo in it, but it's a little dated, so it'll be updated once these games start popping. Obviously, we're gonna be updating that with some Starfield, some Hyenas, some Payday 3 when that comes out.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
It's a P.
Liza P, Payday
Liza
3.
Payday 3. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a while, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of months, right? It's been a few months.
Yeah, absolutely. You can even
Let's
take a couple
rest and
couple
relaxation, R&R, a little break.
Yeah.
Mental. Well, I wouldn't say it was a mental break. It was more like too many games are out. It's like
For sure.
we enjoyed ourselves.
I get that.
But our Discord's been popping. I mean, we've been in there like
Yeah.
almost every day.
Almost every day.
We hold long sessions in there. You guys are more than welcome to come if you're in our Discord. More than welcome to come in those sessions. We literally hold long sessions and just talk, play video games, and just have a blast in there.
Yep.
You guys are more than welcome to come. Don't be shy. If you see us in a Discord channel, voice channel, just pop in there and say what's up. But yeah, it's been a while and got the itch, man. I hit you up in the week. I'm like, bro, I think I want to talk some Starfield, man. I want to talk Starfield and I want to talk Texas Chainsaw Massacre. For those who don't know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a hit. That's out there too.
On Game Pass.
Sea of Stars is another game that's out there. I haven't played much of it because of Starfield, but that's out there.
I saw a lot of people playing that. Not to cut you off real quick, but I saw a lot of people definitely check it out. Sea of Stars, but like that was like right on the cusp of. I think it came out the same week or maybe a week before Starfield.
Like a couple of days,
early
maybe.
access. Because then once early access popped off, I think. I mean, your list.
Well,
I know my list.
Yeah. I forgot
It
early
was
access.
it was flooded with Starfield. So
technically it came out a week before the official launch of Starfield, but
Yes.
yes, it did come out a couple of days before the early access, and we all know how that how that popped off. So with the early access and Steam numbers and all that, but we'll talk about that. That'll be one of our topics. But man, a lot of stuff happened while we were away when it comes to video games.
yeah, man.
The Niners football season started today, and if you guys don't know, I'm a big Niners fan, so they just got a big win. Let me look at the score real quick to see.
Yeah, Raiders game is starting in 20 minutes, so
20 minutes. All right, so Niners beat Pittsburgh. Looks like it's 30-7, so that's a good start for my boy Brocky Purdy, who's answering the question: is he good with the UCL tear he had last year? But yeah, and then Yankee baseball's over. That season's finished like 3 months ago.
Pretty much.
We didn't talk about that. Yeah. But they brought up the young guns. They brought up the young rookies. They're doing their thing now.
Yeah.
Dominguez though was I guess he sat out for inflammation in his
elbow.
I think that was one of those throws he did yesterday. He did like a foul throw from the outfield.
Yeah.
For like no reason. Like he wasn't gonna get nobody. He just threw it really hard, and I was like, oof, that's gonna hurt.
That's right. What's his name? Rovert almost took Cole's head off today with a throw to second. That was an interesting play.
I saw that. I was like, wow.
But yeah, I mean, I guess the silver lining with Yankee baseball, real quick, I just hope Cole gets that Cy Young, that AL Cy Young. That would be nice.
He should at least be in the conversation.
I mean, he's
right?
well, no, not even conversation. Like he should get it. I don't care how
So
because
you want to get it? Okay,
I mean, if
I mean, I'm with you on
listen,
that. Don't get me wrong.
If players could get MVPs and their teams not even make the playoffs, like I think we could,
I agree. No, there you go. That's
I
the
think
argument right
players
there. I agree.
So that's just my personal opinion.
No,
But if he doesn't win, he'll be up there. If he doesn't win, he'll be up in the voting at least for sure, in my opinion.
Very true. Very true. I'm looking a little bit at our Discord gaming news. Timber keeps us active there, so I'm looking a little bit of here and there. See what
I got some stuff.
About.
I mean, I got some stuff bookmarked as well too. Like I said, as far as like Kills was saying before too, catching up and stuff. We took a little bit of a break, nothing really crazy. A lot of stuff too. But I think, like Kills was saying, we definitely wanted to just come back and just talk about games. And I think this was a good time to do it as well too. Granted, we did start on the start of NFL season. So it's understandable, obviously, with other people, like a lot of football fans, not just here, but even internationally as well too. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this pod and watching as well, and then and then going forward, obviously, we're gonna be doing podcast episodes too. We're probably gonna keep it to bi-weekly, and then we'll see what happens going forward as well.
It all depends on the the gaming and what, because you guys already know this pod is a gaming pod, obviously, but we stick to the talking about video games and how much fun we're having. We're not gonna sit here and talk to you about something we're not playing or we just don't. It's not even in our ecosystem. It's like whatever. It's PC, it's Xbox, it's Game Pass, it's whatever is really good going on in the gaming community. Is what we stick to. So, but you guys know that. You guys know the flavor of the brand. So that's how we do things. But
I have right now just a highlight real quick that's showing on the screen for everybody, for those watching as well too. This is the Hyenas, some of the Hyenas beta.
Bro, you showed me this. I was watching you. Again, one of those things that Discord does.
I have a code for you if you still want to play. I have a code for you.
Is it an actual code or
no?
Am I having
code.
to
No. You have to search.
Okay.
No. I have a code. I have a code for you. They emailed me a code.
Please send it my way. Yes.
But
PC, right?
Yes, for PC.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So this is honestly this like 3v3 looter, shooter, or not even extraction shooter, pretty much.
I'll say extraction. Yeah.
And I say 3v3. It's teams of 3, but there's 5 teams. This is just one map. I played the alpha. The alpha was NDA, so I won't really talk about it because it was still under NDA. As far as the beta is concerned, I was having a shit ton of fun. Game feels great. I'm playing on controller. It's only available on PC right now, but it is coming out for current gen and I believe even last gen consoles as well too, if I remember. I will double check that for sure. But it's coming. This game's coming to consoles as well too. I don't know if it's coming free to play as well. It doesn't like. It's tough to say now, just the way like certain free to play games like Apex Legends is a free to play game, right? But it doesn't give you free to play vibes. It gives you AAA vibes. This game doesn't give me free to play vibes. It gives me highly produced vibes. Will I say AAA? I don't know, but I'll tell you this much: the gunplay feels great. The gun mechanics when you're fighting, the PvP feels great. The PvE aspect of it feels great. And I think there's a really good mix of hero characters as well. Because essentially what you're doing is you're loading onto an area, you spawn in, you have to find vaults. You're cracking the vaults open with a Sega not a Master System. I keep getting this messed up, but they call it the Mega Drive. That's what it is. It's a Genesis essentially, but it's like the really big Genesis that they have. So you crack the vault open, you steal the artifacts, you power up your weapons, and then once you get up to 10,000 points, you get to extract and leave. And then, or you could just go around and try to wipe the map as well too, and kill all the other PvP.
Yeah, because when you were streaming, I was watching it. I did see a lot of pop culture references with like Sonic the Hedgehog and some of the Mega Drive stuff, like you mentioned. Yes. Cartridges that looked like the old school, Sega Genesis,
Atari,
Atari. Yeah, like it's not just Sega; they have Atari in here too.
Yes.
Pop culture and I kept mentioning this throughout you streaming it. The colors for me pop, like they really pop, and I love that.
Yeah.
The outfit, the dude that just shot down that clip, the outfit with the Sons of Hedgehog outfit he had on. I like the concept. The extraction shooter is a thing that's a thing now, right? But I like the whole 5 teams of 3. like that kind of setup they have going. I like that, cracking the vault, and you gotta work your way around the map. The abilities some of these characters you mentioned have, as far as sneaking around, the zero gravity stuff. When you showed me that,
yes,
what was my reaction like when you did that? I was like, "Oh, that's fucking cool."
Yeah, and like, I didn't even know. Well, I think we were playing. Well, I didn't know this until I saw somebody else do it. But you could shoot the zero grab buttons because certain areas have buttons where you could turn it on or off, and you could shoot the buttons to activate them. So you don't have to walk up and actually trigger it. You could just shoot the switch and it'll turn zero grab on or off.
You could
you could actually just shoot it, which was cool. I think the only way a game like this could function is with unlimited ammo. I don't know if it's going to stay this way in full release, but as of right now, you basically have unlimited ammo for your weapons.
Was there any looting for ammo?
No, there's looting for your weapons have power-ups. You could get like for better pretty much better aim, better accuracy, faster reloads as power-ups that you could pick up that you tend to find in the gear-up areas or in the vaults after you crack the vaults.
I would assume that levels out the playing field if you do unlimited ammo, because that way, instead of you having to worry about I need ammo for my gun, you're looking for power-ups. You're looking for what the extraction shooter, the goal is to crack a safe and take the stuff and go.
Yes.
So I think that's the focus on that game, and keeping it unlimited ammo. I think that's probably by design. We're probably not going to get ammo in it. I think by now they would have put ammo in the game.
Yeah. So it ends. It got extended. It was supposed to end tomorrow. It ends on the 15th. And like I said, it is available for PC right now. I'm sure they'll probably do a console beta as well too. I think they were kind of just messing, but it was like really smooth. I didn't find any latency. I think also too with 15 people, you don't really have to worry. Like I said, just all in all, I mean, you even see from the gameplay experience as well too.
Yeah.
It's like controlled environment, but it felt really good. The gun felt fun. It was refreshing. The movement, it was like that mixture of Apex meets like a Call of Duty, like, you know what I mean? And and the characters were different enough where like it made sense to have, like obviously you can't all pick the same heroes. You had to pick different heroes. There's one hero that lets there's one hero that lets you sneak into vaults.
Or Apex.
Yeah. There's one hero that lets you sneak into vaults undetected, so you could basically camouflage yourself as an enemy, like an AI. You could sneak into the vault without setting off any alarms while your team watches outside, and then once you crack the vault, your team could come in, clean up the AI that was in there, and then you get to loot it without triggering any alarms. Because that's another thing with the vault is that it's on a rotation of ads spawning in, and what happens is there's these like squealers, they call them. They got these little like alarm bells over them, and if you don't kill them quick enough, they'll set off the SWAT, and then you'll get hit by like AI SWAT teams, which is a massive amount of enemies as well too. Also, when you're hitting a vault, it'll trigger to other teams that you're hitting that vault, so they'll be more inclined to come and like try to take you out and whatever to steal your loot. So that's also another thing as well too. But yeah, man,
it has like layers of different things to worry about. I like that.
Absolutely. So, but so this was, but this came out literally. They were like, oh, like this was I think it was my Friday. What was it? Early access Starfield, right? And then which was that Thursday. I want to say, like if we're going through the week. What was it, Thursday that it came out for us technically?
Early? It was Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, right?
8 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah. That same night, I'm getting emails from the guys that did Hyena. And they're like, hey, come play the beta. I'm like, oh, Starfield. I don't think so. But we'll see. But we'll see. And then I get Valve. I get the go-ahead I get an email be like, hey, go download CS2. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. I've been asking for 3 fucking months. Now you want me to go play Counter-Strike 2? I don't think so. I don't think so.
You had all this time.
This time. I don't think so. But yeah, they give me access to Counter-Strike 2 as well. I haven't been able to play that, but I definitely will because I loaded it up and just the look of it, just oh my god. That's another one.
It's published by Sega. This Game Hyena is published by Sega.
Yes.
So you're gonna get a lot of Sega references, but I was surprised that it had Atari in there and the references. So
yeah.
Pretty cool. The game looks good. If you can share that code, I'll be more than happy to play this game.
I got you after the pod. Yeah, I got you after the pod for sure.
Sorry for my coughing, but before we move any further, I highly rooted myself. Let me go ahead and shout out the chat.
Yes,
you guys were waiting patiently for months for us to come back. Fastback is in the chats. What's up, brother? Money, I believe, probably fell asleep or went to work or something. But he was in the chat earlier before we started.
We took too long.
We took too long for him. Yeah. Timber, who keeps our Discord popping with the game news. Love him.
That's the homie.
And then we have Yobi. Yobi's up in here. As far as I can tell, that's what I see in the chat. If you are lurking, we welcome you too. If you want us to say what's up, just say what's up. We'll say what's up right back. But for those who join in late, we're back. We're gonna start this pod. We already started off with the hyenas. That's what I've been playing. I'll be playing it later on. What else? What we got? What are the? Because literally, this is all like new shit to me. I feel like this is brand new.
Hyenas was there. I'm trying to think what I would listen. I hate to be that guy. I don't want to be the one guy, but I am the one guy. But we're all the one guy or girl, or person. I think we are they. We are they. And I'm not elaborating any more than that too, because oh my god, the Twitter sphere and X sphere with all of that. Oh, please, it's been stupid. But dude, it's like Starfield.
I mean, come on.
I don't want. I mean, like
what did I do? No other game has done this for me. But what did I do? And I contacted you for Starfield. What did I go out and get for Starfield? Oh, I got my wife to go out and get stuff, but. Like, what did I end up doing when Starfield came out? What did I tell you? Like, yeah, I'm playing it on my hard drive, but it looks like it's kind of bugged.
Oh, yeah, you literally, Starfield made you... You didn't have to do this. You have an Xbox Series X, but you also technically you have a gaming PC. And you didn't have to do that. But you literally went out and you got a PC upgrade. You updated you went and you got another M.2 to make sure that you had enough space, or just technically a faster M.2 to install Starfield on your PC to go and check it out.
I did that.
And you did
I did that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yo, Logic, hit me up with some references, some research on what M.2s, and hit me up with the references. I'm like, my brother went out and looked out. He was like, went straight to Best Buy. Got links and shit. He goes, you want this?
Locations. I was looking. I was like, yo, what's your zip code?
What's the
zip?
Your store has it, and I'm like, holy shit! All right.
That's what I did.
The wife happened to be in town, and she was next to one. She goes, I'll go to the store. She went there and ended up picking me up a 1 tera TB or 1 TB SSD and M.2. And the moment I installed it and moved my game over from the hard drive to the solid.
Yeah,
it was a huge difference in performance.
Okay,
I mean, I knew it was going to be a different, but huge difference in performance as far as the stuttering and the looks, how the game loaded and how fast it was. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yep.
But then found out really quick that where that stick went, where that memory went, I lost my Bluetooth and my Wi-Fi.
Which you weren't. I mean, you were using the Bluetooth, but the Wi-Fi you weren't really using. Yeah. So the way your PC was built, because it was a pre-built that you had purchased when you got
Kevin
your
Hart's
PC.
The way my PC is built, I have to transfer from the bank account to the.
Well, yeah.
Like Kevin Hart shit.
Well, so they basically used one of your M.2 slots on your motherboard as the spot to put your Wi-Fi card and your Bluetooth as well. They just which is just what they use to, save space and stuff like that, and minus you having an extra adapter. They also, I guess it's a way to cheap out on not getting you just a motherboard.
Oh no, it's definitely
Wi-Fi
cutting corners. It's definitely cutting corners.
I mean,
they could have put a Wi-Fi board in there on the board.
But it's negligible because the motherboards that come with the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi built in aren't really that much more. It's really just I don't even know if it was just a thing of they ordered X amount of motherboards and this is just what we're going to build our computers with kind of thing. And we just didn't have the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? It's just a silly thing. And then just something that you never assumed until you open up your PC and you find out oh, look at that. So, but it's okay. You work through it.
It's cool. I knew the Wi-Fi because when I opened it up and we were looking at it together, I was on live with you and that's some Wi-Fi. Don't worry about it. I'm like, I don't use it anyway. I use hardwire. And then I found out the Bluetooth when I went to go into Discord to go with to talk to you guys, and I'm like, yo, my mic ain't working. What's going on here?
Yes.
And then I went to the settings and no Bluetooth. It was just gone. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It had Bluetooth on it too. But that's an easy fix. I just got to pick up a
little Bluetooth dongle. Yep.
Yeah. I'll pick that up soon. But no, man, I've been equally enjoying Starfield on both my Series X and PC.
Yes.
Noticeable differences, obviously.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest difference noticeable is okay, and you probably heard me a lot saying this in our Discord where we're playing it. On the console side, the objectives, like the blue dots that tell you where to go, are buggy. And I mean buggy in a way where it doesn't ever highlight for me on the console side the true objective active.
Okay.
Versus the one I don't have active. So it's always showing me on my HUD. It's always showing me when I'm in the world, like stuff I don't even have active as blue dots. Like you got to go there, and I was always finding myself going there and going, wait, this ain't the mission. Like losing track of that, and then losing all that time going to something I didn't want to do just yet, because I thought that was the mission that I actively highlighted. But even if I actively highlighted, it was showing me this other mission. I'm like, oh, this is not cool.
Gotcha.
On the PC side, it literally gives me the blue dots, like the waypoint for me, for the one I have actively chosen. Same thing with the waypoint. So if you bring up your scanner, you get the waypoint that comes up. It shows you where to go.
Yes.
On the console side, it only lasts for like 5 seconds, then it goes away, and I have to refresh the scan to get it back up. On PC, not. Like,
Interesting.
It stays up.
I wonder if that's like a resource thing or something like that, like just something that, you know what I mean?
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. Yeah, it could be that. It was frustrating in a way because I was losing time in the console. On the console, I was losing time with where I was going.
Sure.
It was kind of frustrating. I'm like, that's not where I wanted to go yet, and I was finding myself completing other things I didn't want to complete just yet because I'm thinking, me not paying attention. Oh, this is the mission. But then I caught on to it. Wait a minute, that's not the name of the mission I'm doing. What's going on here?
Yeah. And actually, I wanted to ask you as well, real quick, before we even jump ahead to like really the meat and potatoes of our experience so far. And mind you, I want to preface that by saying I didn't beat the fucking game yet. Okay.
One mission away, baby. One mission away.
I didn't beat the game yet, so it's like I'm still with the gameplay that you're seeing now. I don't know if it's so much of a spoiler. The game has been out for almost close to 2 weeks at this point. I think the mission here is the Mantis mission. The gameplay that's being shown on screen right now, which was very fucking cool. I got a very cool pistol from this mission.
Very alien-esque. Yes. Oh, that pistol, bro! I'm still using that pistol. I'm still using that pistol.
Rips. That legend. I'm assuming it's the same pistol that the yellow one with the suppress. Yeah, it's like suppressed Kraken.
It's a suppressor. Mm-hmm. And it shoots like it burst shoots and stuff, and it almost feels like you're one-shotting them. But it's powerful.
It's cracked.
I'm at the end game of the story, and I'm still using that pistol.
Okay, yeah,
it's a cracked pistol.
Yeah, it's cracked. So it's like as far as what, if you don't really, I don't know if there's much to really spoil. Like I said, I just want to pre-reference this for anybody that's listening now. I haven't beat the game. You haven't beat the game. I haven't spoiled myself. I don't know what happens at the end. I don't know. I understand there's New Game Plus in it and stuff like that. I don't know what the big revelations are. I'm still gathering powers. Okay.
Fucking Digipix. I still haven't figured out these Digipix and how that shit works.
Yeah, but it's hit
as far as the story, I think we both went in, if not all of us in our party, went in with the whole blind thing and going, we want to get to the end game because everybody's talking about the end game. But then we quickly was like, nah, I want to play the game.
Yeah.
Like the faction missions are really, really good.
Yes.
A lot of these games that are RPG-ish when it comes to, like Assassin's Creed or any any RPG game, usually they'll put in like fetch quests. And it feels repetitive. I'm grabbing something for you. I'll be over there. I gotta grab it for you, bring it back to you. The faction missions did not feel. They have their own story. Like they have their own story that fleshes out that. And I was finding myself doing more of the faction missions.
Yeah. Which,
by the way, I finished them all finally. But I was more like I stopped doing the main because the faction missions felt like I was main story in it. Like at times I was like, wait, I'm not doing main, but this feels like a main story. It felt good. Like the story behind all the factions are top notch.
Yeah.
My favorite out of all of them though has to be UC, which is the first one I believe you start off with if you pick that. But the UC is the one I start off with first. Love that one. I won't spoil that. But UC is my first one. Pirates. I wouldn't say Pirates. Yeah, Pirates was my second best one. The last one for me has to be the office one, the corporate office one, the Ryojin.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one too much. And then I forgot what the other one was. But that if I was to rank them, the UC for me was the best.
The Ranger one, I guess you would say.
That was good. Yeah, so that'd be the third
one.
I
like the Ranger one too.
Yeah. But it was good. And then they all get you legendary stuff at the end. Some will give you a shit gun or both.
Yes.
Suit, that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, the game, I don't think you can spoil. I mean, there's not really much spoilers showing up on the screen, but
like right here. This is we're getting like I'm getting a power here. This is one of the powers that you get, like akin to, I don't want to call them shouts from Skyrim, and that's I kind of where I want to start this game from. This is a Bethesda game, true and true. For those of you that have been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks, the gameplay that's showing on the screen right now is Starfield. It's been experienced by over 6 million people so far. It's a really
Yay.
Yeah. It's a really cool game. I mean, I'm not your biggest Bethesda person, but I love me some sci-fi. I think
we both are that way. We're both. I like Bethesda games, right. But I'm not the one you go to have that conversation with. Lord, that's your brother.
I have played. Yes,
I cannot do the whole lore. I can hold the conversation with any Bethesda game, but as far as the deep ones, the lore and how it comes about, and that's not me. I enjoy my Bethesda games, just not on that level.
I have played more Starfield, just for perspective. I have played more Starfield than I have played both Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Skyrim's been out for over 10 years. And Fallout 4, I want to say...
my favorite Bethesda is Morrowind, so that's
right. But even that, I'm not, because also too, just to preference the type of gamer that I am, I'm not like the Sky. I'm Fallout over Skyrim. So I say that to say this game, from the couple hours that I played of Fallout, and from the few hours that I played, and when I mean couple hours, I mean like 15, 20 hours, but I didn't beat the game. It's just I played enough of it to understand it and get through it, but there was always something else, whether it be a multiplayer game. I was never really a single player game player when I was younger. It was mostly multiplayer games. It was always Call of Duty, It was always Battlefield, it was always you know what I mean? So when I have the time to play single player games, or when I get immersed into them, i.e. your Mass Effects of the world, your, like with this game, your Starfields of the world, I really do get immersed in them. And with Starfield, specifically, I see the Fallout, I see the Skyrim, and then I see where they went with it and stuff like that. And it's not to say that there aren't things in here, like, is this game without bugs and things? No, I've experienced quite a few bugs.
Look at you doing the little
yeah, but you know what's funny? I'll tell you funny. So this clip right here, so this was, you told me, like, hey, go downstairs, or not even you told me, I saw that you didn't even tell me. All right, so that's my gripe. Hold on, time out. I'm gonna pause the conversation real quick to be like, we fucking talk every day. I had to go and get an alert on my phone for a YouTube short of you making the fucking video explaining how to get this suit versus you being like, yo, Logic, if you go here, you could just do this. I had to wait for, you're a fucking content creator, like through and through. The fact that I didn't get a text and be like, you didn't even text me this, like it came up as a noti on my phone, like, oh, get this really high level suit early, no problems, and Sensei here, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I literally just talked to you. And then I'm like, and then so what I'm doing is, because I'm standing still here in the clip, I'm looking up your fucking video, seeing where I have to stand so I could actually get the mannequin to pop up and get the suit. But yeah, so that was the suit that's in the bottom of
it's a powerful suit. I was using this until I got that Mantis.
Yeah, same. I'm currently using the Mantis suit right now.
It's a powerful suit. If you guys don't know, if you're the part of me, always assume I'm creating content. Even if I'm talking to you, I'm creating content.
Actually ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah, I go there, do the video and stuff like that. But I mean, it like I said, the bugs are there, things like that. But my overall experience with this game has been joyful and has been fun, and there's been so many surprise. I mean, and also other people's experience. I'm seeing somebody read a book. I'm reading all the books that have names in it. Like that's, I mean, and that was one thing that my brother.
By the way, those books actually add POIs.
I know. My brother was telling me if the person or the thing has a name, pay attention to it. That's a thing that I must have forgot but like, you read you read Moby Dick, I mean, people are finding out these, like, they're almost like Easter eggs, but the attention to detail, it's like, read this book sends you a POI to like a planet in a system and stuff that you get to travel to and maybe go find something, or like Earth. I won't spoil that part, but like, I saw somebody the other day that went to Earth, and it's like, it's where, London is, and it's like, oh my God, that's crazy. Or even one, I don't know if it was fake or not, but where New York City is. And like,
those get added when you pick up these books. They add these POIs. Okay, it's hard not to spoil the Earth, but they add the POIs to Earth. Otherwise, you're visiting a planet with nothing.
It's pretty desolate.
Yeah. But there's a backstory there. When you visit, there's a story or something you do that literally tells you what happened to Earth.
Yeah, and I haven't done that yet. But that's the thing. There are people like your experience, and that's one thing about this is like this game does not feel linear at all. Yes, you can play the game linear, and people have done that and stuff, which is
you
cool.
can mainline the whole
There's
story.
no way. I mean, the way my brain is, I'm attacking this game, or not even attacking. I'm playing this game like I play a Grand Theft Auto. I can't just main quest because my attention gets pulled. And whether I want it to be pulled or not, before you know it, I'm inside of a faction mission.
And that's testament
to
the developers doing games like this. When they can pull you away. Like I said earlier, I totally forgot I was doing faction thinking it was main mission because it just felt that way. Oh, this feels really
you're
well
8 to 10 hours into a faction mission, not realizing you've wandered off the deep end at that point. Like you're no longer doing. It's like, oh, let's find these powers, let's uncover these artifacts. It's like, no, I got to go save this little town. I'm a cop now. I'm a ranger. I'm a ranger now. I got to go protect the Freestar Collect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go and protect and serve. Like,
and they even have the undercover missions that you do, the undercover stuff where it's like you working for 2 factions, but you're undercover, double agent type stuff. I'm like, there were times where I forgot I was playing a RPG. Like I know I made a short out of it, and it was a joke, but it felt like that. Like I was playing Call of Duty when I had my VSS. Like this is Advanced Warfare. Like this is it. I'm literally moving around, jetpacking, shooting, and sniping. Yeah. Like there was times where I legit forgot I was playing Starfield because it fleshed out that good. Like there's missions that make you forget you're playing a Starfield game.
Yeah,
like
man.
You're playing a Bethesda game.
It's pretty wild to think about. And just like I said, just the overall experience that I've had from it. What I was gonna ask you before too is because you've played. I have not played this on my Xbox yet. I've only experienced Starfield so far on my PC, and I have a 9900K, which at this point is a pretty dated CPU, but still does the job. It's still 10-core processor. At the time it was best Intel processor you could get when I had it. And I have a 3080. So I was going to ask your experience from PC and Xbox. Like, how does it run on Xbox? Like, are you playing at 4K?
Okay, so I'm playing 4K obviously on Xbox 4K 60 or 30, and then on the PC 60. I'm putting it on 60 4K as well.
Yeah.
I want to say this, and yes, there are differences between both systems, but there are times where I forgot it's 30 frames on the Xbox because I've played 30 frames per second games, and I'll say like Gotham Knights, that you can tell and feel, or even Dead Island too. Like you can feel and see the 30 frames, like to the nauseous point. I get nauseous when I play it. It's the 30 frames on the Xbox side is baked in. It's literally, you don't feel it. Now there are areas. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. There are areas you go into, some worlds you go into, like for the example, the Freestar area, like that hub world. For me, that world, that's where it stutters the most because it's like very resource heavy at that point.
Gotcha.
And I think you pointed this out earlier in the week, last week or late last week, where you've noticed how, like if you're watching a YouTube video on your monitor and you're playing Starfield and you're loading into different areas of the world, you notice that there's buffering, or maybe even for me it was that the YouTube videos would blur out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm one of those players that I like having videos. I watch things on the side and stuff. It could just be
I'm the same way.
videos.
I'm always watching a YouTube video tutorial or where to get this stuff from while I'm playing the game on the left monitor. Yeah, but I've noticed that when you mentioned that, I noticed. Wait a minute. Every time I go into an airlock or out of it to load into another area, my YouTube videos start blurring, or whatever I'm watching on the second monitor, it start blurring. And I think it's pulling from the internet when it comes to the fidelity of the game and that kind of stuff.
either that or it's just a resource thing. I mean, Chrome as it is is like heavy resource. So,
and Chrome is very, very heavy for no fucking reason.
And this game too, when you see, oh yeah, absolutely, definitely for no reason. And when you see this game and when you pull up the resources on PC and stuff like that, I mean, I lowered a lot of the graphics down personally because I prefer performance over visuals. I think it still looks great. I'm playing at 2K. I don't have FSR.
I'm able to run Ultra I'm amazed that I can. I'm able to run Ultra on a lot of my settings on PC side.
Right, and let me ask you though, are you getting, and you feel like for the most of it you're getting that 60 frame, because obviously you see the difference between on PC and Xbox.
When there wasn't a hard drive, absolutely not. But when I switched it over to the solid state, yes, the M.2, I'm getting a steady 60 frames. And again, it's just that one area that I've noticed on both console and PC, the Freestar area, the hub world, that area, like it just, I guess it takes a lot of resources to load those assets in.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm noticing on both ends, either console or PC, where they stutters a little bit. But for the most part, if you're playing it on console, it's like, I don't have it. So it's on the X and it plays smooth to me, like 30 frames solid across the board. Graphically, it's on 4K side, beautiful, beautiful world. As far as crashes, I think it's to be expected, unfortunately, in today's gaming world, to have crashes with any game. I would say I've crashed 3 times on the Xbox side in the span of a bunch of hours in between sessions.
Anytime on PC?
Say, if I'm playing 4 or 5 hours, I'll crash once.
Have you crashed on PC?
PC side? Not yet. I have not crashed on the PC side yet, but I wouldn't have. Would you call this a crash? It did freeze on me one time, where I had to reboot the game.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid that's a crash.
That's okay. So it did crash.
A crash.
But that's the one crash in the allotted time. I mean, I played a lot of hours on the PC. Like I said, I've been switching between both. Like I literally sit here and I'll be playing on the PC side.
Yes.
And then I'm like, all right, time to go to my Xbox side, and I just go to my Xbox side and just go there and play it. And what people ask, why do you do that? Oh, because I move around a lot in my house. Like, this is where I take advantage of the sync feature.
Play anywhere.
Cloud.
Play anywhere.
Where I can play anywhere and just sit down in the living room and just continue my save over there. And it's what I do. I don't just stay still.
And it's seamless. It's seamless. It's literally
very seamless.
The save that you have, the file. It's exactly the same. It's one in one.
Yes.
Which is pretty awesome. Have you looked?
And I am a save scummer. Oh, do I save scum?
I did that a few times. So the little thing. So I guess this is where we could get kind of like deep into the experiences. One of the first things I saw online that people were doing, and I'm assuming this was a thing in previous Bethesda games. Besides saving before you're about to select certain options, or loading back a couple of minutes before, if you screw up on a persuasion check and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You get to just kind of run it back like it never happened. So there's a few times that I did that, but the big one for me, which was somebody that, and listen, this could be some slimy shit, whatever. I'm not entering, and on the PC, remember, you could console command. So on the PC, there's literally, you could get into the room, that Bethesda room that has all the shit, or you could type in if you want all the money. Yes, it does disable achievements, but if you're
not on the achievement side of things, and
you don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit. Yeah, console commands are there for you to enjoy. Yeah. I mean, listen, Bethesda embraces and even encourages to a certain point for you to do things like this. That's what their games are. I guess is how not meant to play, but they don't discourage it.
So one little workaround that I noticed early from what somebody had reported was, before you enter in a room that's it's like a loading space, so whether I think it's like a cave or something that requires that loading screen, essentially something that's not seamless, you know how you'll open an airlock and it's one-to-one, it's right away, or certain airlocks you'll go into and there'll be a quick loading screen before you go into that room. Right. So in those rooms, the loot that's inside of the room is not generated until you enter the room.
Right.
So what people would do, and I told you that I did this already, but you set the game to very hard, and then before you enter the room while it's on very hard, and then when you enter the room, you lower it back to the game, whatever gameplay you were playing at. I was playing at normal, so I put it back to normal. So then you get to fight the enemies at normal difficulty, but the loot that you find inside the room, as if you had it tuned up to very hard, because the difficulty actually increases the rarity of the loot that you get.
So you get better loot.
So, and I was getting legendaries like crazy when you did that. And I know I did it a handful of times, but while playing two, once again, I did it early, I think at the beginning, just to get like a starting point of like certain weapons and stuff like that. After a few times, I didn't really find the need to have to continue to do it. But it was just one of those things like early, kind of just to get you a quick little boost of like maybe a better weapon or something like that, to do. But like that was something that I really, that I took advantage of early. One thing that I still really haven't fully taken advantage of, because there's so much shit to upgrade in this game, is I'm just
a ton of shit. So that's why New Game Plus is a thing.
I know.
You can't get all that without New Game Plus.
And that's the problem I think I'm having right now, is this fear of like, I just want my rifles to do X amount of damage, but then also I want to be able to add the cargo to my ship, but I didn't do that yet. But then I also want to be able to target. I didn't realize you had to add that targeting system on the ship before you could actually do the VAT system.
Oh, you mean the VAT?
Yeah,
the VAT from
Fallout. I didn't realize that was a thing you had to unlock. I'm flying around like, why is everybody else able to fucking do that? And I'm not able to do that until
I was seeing people slide, like Call of Duty slide. I'm like, I'm not able to do that shit. And I realized like a while into the gameplay, is an actual skill you activate that allows you to slide. I'm like, okay, I need that because I like my sliding.
And this is what I mean. Or even like the resource stuff, like being able to like build a base. There are people like, you could right now go out, build an outpost and mine. If you build outpost on stuff and you mine the XP and the money that you could farm just playing the game that way.
I was gonna mention that,
dude. I didn't even get to that yet.
I'm my level. I'm 110, I believe, is my level right now.
Did you do because you did that? Like you would do?
That's the first thing. Like one of the first things.
Do that? Yeah.
I freaking hubbed. Like I went to a world and just fought, like put all of these stations down.
Yeah.
Just that shit could mine. And the moment I saw the very first one I put down and it mined for me, and I saw XPs pop up, I'm like, wait, whoa, hold on, I can farm XP, like literally farm XP. So I went ahead and took the most. Forgot the planet's called, but the most empty ass planet with rocks, only rocks.
Yeah.
It has iron and all that, and I just fucking laid down a whole bunch of fucking. Well, I got materials for it, but and I was encumbered for quite a bit because I had to carry this shit.
Yep.
But I did a whole bunch of bases mining, like to mine it, and literally I'm playing the game and all I see coming up on my screen is XP, 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 boom, skill point, XP. I'm like, shit. Went to another planet, did the same exact thing. So I got like 3 or 4 planets that are mining for me, farming mines, and I'm getting material, and I'm also getting, it's going straight to my ship.
Yes.
So I'm getting material and I'm getting XP, and I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Somebody asked me, how the fuck did you get up on XPs that like already past 100? I'm like, because I literally farmed the planets. That's what I did.
Dude, I'm telling you, that in itself right there. But like that's where I'm at with this game. It's like, there's stuff that I still haven't discovered in this game that I'm looking, and like I'm trying to avoid the internet for that too, because every time I feel like I go on somebody that we follow, or just somebody because you start talking about Starfield and then it comes up on the feed, it's like, oh, by the way, if you just go to here in this planet and stuff, like you could just do you know what I mean? Like
I have money sent me. I don't know if he's playing the game or not, but even he sent me a video like, you got this ship yet? And I looked at it, I'm like, no, I don't have that ship. Now I gotta go get it. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's things like that that's like, fuck the mission. I gotta get this.
This is what I mean.
Like,
I've stolen 3 ships so far, and now I'm trying to just steal, but I can't do it. Like
that is so gratifying when you steal ships.
When you steal a ship, man. I'm sorry. Yes. Like I love that. And then it's like, then you could decide what to do with it. It's like I could scrap it. I could, you know what I mean? Like I could just sell it.
That to me is one of the greatest things in this game. The freedom they give you to go about this game the way you want to. You could be a pirate, space pirate, all you want, and just play it that way. You could be somebody who, who pushes the law, and you see it all day long. You can be there just doing side missions and making sure that you and your partner are fine. Like your conversations are great.
Yeah.
You can do what you can farm for fucking material all day long. Like, there's certain ways you can play this game, which, by the way, that's what told me not to finish. I'm at the last mission. I'm not going to finish it because I found out that by finishing the game, if you do accept, I'm not sure if they give you, I'm sure they give you an option, but if they don't give you an option, not. But the moment you enter New Game Plus, you lose everything and all you keep is skill points.
Yeah. So
that's all you keep is your skill tree. That's
which is crazy. Which is crazy to think about. So it's like a
lot
prestige,
I'm not gonna lose all that shit.
Yeah, like a wipe essentially,
like
just
wipe,
wipes everything.
Wipe.
Yeah, which
I'm
is
not
crazy.
trying to lose that shit yet. Yeah.
So I paused.
You know how many people had to betray and fucking and relationships I've established for me to go, you know what, wipe.
Yeah, let me do it again. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I paused on the screen the video that's showing right now. This is one of the last videos that just happened to me. So like I said, like, listen, it's not without its like bugs. So I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you that the game's perfect. I don't think either of us is trying to do that. So like right here, I think this is a funny one. So just a guy, enemy there, right? Whatever. So that's the pistol, the legendary pistol. To love this pistol, man. So I'm there, blow him up.
I forget the name. I'm trying to figure out the name for the far.
So like I'm gonna unpause it again now. Now, mind you, the guy's dead, right? Killed him, but now he's still got a lot. Like, yeah, like
he's dancing.
He's just rocking back and forth. He was dancing, man. So it's like
he's an extra that got the wrong script. He didn't know what to do after he got shot.
So it's like, and then right to Tarkov on question.
Yep.
So it's like, it's not without its faults, but I mean, as far as like, from what I understand too, it's like when you look back to a lot of the things that needed to be fixed with mods when it came to Fallout and came to Skyrim and stuff like that. I mean, there's stuff here that just kind of works from the beginning, and then there's stuff that I kind of wish was just like honestly, like a little. I wanted to, this is like a little bit of a pain point for me. Your quick access menu. When you have like, I put like all my I got a lot of weapons that I want to use, right? But then you could also put. Go ahead.
It really isn't quick. No, I'm saying the quick menu is really not quick.
It's really not that quick. But you know, I put some powers in there that I want to quickly be able to go in between. I put the med kit in there when I got to heal, you know, and stuff, and then I got my weapons. But then you could still go into the menu. But I feel like the UI in the menu, it's not that it's dated. I feel like it could be better. And I've seen mods that have made it better, you know, like already. So I don't know if that's something that I think that's where it's like they do want that mod community stuff, and that's a whole other beast of the conversation.
Well, you can tell it's a Bethesda game because the way they left the game so open.
Yeah.
Right, with the inventory and how the game played, you can tell they left it open so that when the mod community comes in, they're easily able to go in there and do their thing. Like listen, I've played Bethesda games in the past, and now I'm playing Starfield. And if you have played Bethesda games in the past, the bugs that you are getting, you expect. However, because I play Bethesda games, they're very polished bugs. I want to say that they don't break the game.
I get that.
They're there, yes. Now, if you've not played a Bethesda game and you walk into Starfield being your first game, you're gonna notice those. You're gonna be like, wow, look at it took them this long and I still got this kind of bug. Like you want, I don't want to use the word appreciate the bugs because you shouldn't be appreciating bugs, but on that level of gamers, like who's played Bethesda, who hasn't played Bethesda, it's an appreciation of it. Rest is not. But I can see the argument where some might come in and go, so wait, they release a game and hopes that the mod community fixes the game they made. Like I see that argument. I can see that argument. But I also see the other side where it's like, no, the mods are there to extend your gameplay, to make your gameplay fun and how you want to play the game. Yes, the game's there for you to play, but the mods are gonna make it, if you're in the mod community, it's gonna make it that much more fun to play the game if you're into that scene. But as far as a Bethesda polished game goes, by far, hands down, this is the most polished Bethesda game day one I've played since never. Like, it's just every game they've come out with, Fallout, New Vegas, Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, like bugs. It's always gonna be it's always bugs there, but it's funny ones. It's like haha bugs, not like game breaking bugs, unless you played 76 ish.
Yeah.
Or 4. But as far as like entertainment goes, I like it. It's fun. It's a fun game. I can't put it down. Exploring is what I've been doing. Is all I've been doing.
Yeah.
I can't put it down, man. The story is good. It's there. It's if you want to play the story, it's there. It's intriguing. And when you get the revelation, when you get the
Oh, there's some
moment.
like there's some like what the fuck parts for sure. Like that I wasn't expecting. Like that
Bro,
I was just like,
there's some aha. We're not gonna mention that here because it's spoilers. But the aha moments that the story gives you, the main story, where it's like, oh shit, that's what's going on. It's like this is crazy. But it does have the interstellar feel to it. It has that, and it pulls pop culture stuff like the faction missions with aliens reference.
No, the Close Encounter of the Third Kind. There's a Close Encounters of the Third Kind reference.
The reference. They have those kind of references in this game where it's like, oh shit. Like if you are into pop culture and are old like me, or not even old, but like if you're in like 30s to like 20, mid 20s to like 40s, you're gonna notice a lot of these missions. Like, oh shit, I remember this is from. Oh, that's from this one. Yeah. Like this type. Like they even have a Heisenberg planet, like literally called Heisenberg. I'm going. I haven't visited yet, but I'm sure if I go to that planet, there's gonna be a lot of like fucking cooking
or crystals or something like that.
Crystals and shit like that. Yeah. Oh, we're cooking. But like that kind of reference and stuff.
Or even that this game takes place in a world where the Apollo missions happen. Just establishing, because like games you think about before, so like, and that's another thing too, like that realism, that whole like. When you look at just the way that these levels and the areas, the biomes, I should say, were designed, right? Like, and even the starships and stuff like that, it's like
it feels very different.
It looks like that, and it also looks like the ships alone. Forget, your head would spin if you think about all the ways you could design ships and how they look. Your head, that in itself is a metagame in itself. Just ship designing, people making the Millennium Falcon, people making the one from the Mandalorian, the one like just you name an X-wing,
Normandy from Mass Effect.
You name the ship, they made the ship, and they're making the ship. Like and then just even from
one of the guys, Steel Rain, who also has a pod with the gaming community. He did the Clone Wars ship from Star Wars. Like he literally created the Clone Wars ship from Star Wars. I'm like, damn. I'm not that guy. I'm not that creative. Even with the creative character in the beginning, I'm not that guy.
Dude.
I know. I was like 2 missions in when you was like, I just finished my creative character 3 hours into
2 hours. Sunday.
I'm not that guy.
Sunday and Reborn. I put my camera on. This funny story. I got my webcam on in I'm in Discord, and this is why people talk about like Discord and stuff like that. And the Discourse with and by the way, just a little plug. You could stream now from your Xbox to Discord, which is awesome feature that they finally added. It's out of the alpha skip.
Well, I added the alpha skip, but I removed alpha skip because when I was playing Texas, I couldn't invite friends to play with me. And somebody suggested to remove the alpha skip if you have it, and I did. And it started working miraculously, but I didn't have it for like a week maybe because it was part of alpha skip. But then they announced, oh, it's coming for everybody. I'm like, oh shit,
exactly. And so just that idea. So I mean, and literally that was it. The game launches. And I end up like, and I'm like, I want to make this character, and I've gotten into character creations and stuff like that, but even starting it there, and I mean, I know we skipped a lot and talked a lot so far, but the character creation, I could have spent probably another, if I really wanted to nitpick, I probably could have spent another hour or two, and then even looking at everybody else's, and I got help from Sunday and Reborn helping me out with that, which shout out to them. That was dope because they didn't have to. They literally, I had the webcam up on my screen, I had the game screen shared through Discord.
That's what gamers do, though.
And literally, I'm like, yo, look at my face. I'm like, how's this look? And then Sunday's like, oh no, you got to mess with the nose. And then even Sunday's wife got to be like, oh, you got to do the eyes. Okay, no.
You wish you got involved. Nice.
Everybody just and then like side profile. And then I turned my head to the side, and the camera was there and stuff like that. It was the craziest shit just on the character creation, and that in itself is just a testament.
You got people doing Willem Dafoe, and it's just different guys. Look, I'm hoping, and I hope it gets to this point with this game. Hopefully, it gets there where I'm able to like go into a shop to see everybody's creation, and I'm able to download it and use it for myself. Like I'm hoping that's a thing in the future.
That would be sick.
Some of the stuff these people are making in this community when it comes to ships or even your character, I'm like, I want Willem Dafoe. Yeah. I want that. Like, is there video tutorial for this? Because I want to make that. Like, I want to do that.
I agree with
I'm hoping they support.
Wait, so right there. Yeah. 1,000%.
I have a heart in my way, so I can't see the.
We need more beard options. 1,000%.
Yes, and glasses. Yeah. And fucking glasses.
Yeah.
Where the glasses at, bro? Like, where's that at? I want that.
Yep.
I need glasses. I'm blue like a motherfucker.
I thought I was stuck there. By the way, this screen that I was just showing in the Mantis mission, I jumped up on this area, and I thought I was stuck in there. I thought I was going to have to load the save right there. It was ridiculous. But I mean, you know, the 2 hours in the character creation, man, to load in and stuff like that. And like I said, just, you know, I'm pulled in with the story, but then there's so much other stuff that just draws my attention away. And things like realizing like how Bethesda games work when you sit down, like the little things. I need Digipicks. All right, I'm going to go out to a vendor. I'm going to buy some Digipicks. I'm going to go sit in a seat.
Oh, I did the farming on that. I did that exactly that.
Yeah.
I went to the mercantile, got hers, went down to the well, got his, sat in the chair, 24 hours, got back to him, got his, went back to her.
And do a loop. And then just do a loop. Sit in the chair, 24 hours, whatever. Boom, let that go through. Go back, run the loop again. You know, like little thing just to make sure I'm ready to go. I like that. It's kind of weird. I like that ammo doesn't take up any space in your
It's no weight. I love that.
Yeah, I love that it's no weight. I really do. The fact that weapons have weight, it makes sense. But I'm also like a hoarder. I feel like I'm keeping more weapons than I actually use. Like I feel like I really use 2 weapons, but I have like 7 equipped, and I have 14 on me. I only just used I have like this katana. This epic katana that I actually got, which was pretty cool. I ended up just using that today because the melee, it feels fun. Like when you actually go and you do the melee and everything. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't feel like a Bethesda title because of the gunplay and the melee play and how they fit that. Like if you go back to the video when they first showed this all before they delayed the game and they showed the gunplay, there's a huge difference between that time and the way it is now. It was not that way when they showed off that video, which is probably why they delayed it the most because of the gunplay. It just felt too stiff when they showed off before the first major delay.
Yeah, and you can even see after, and then you can even see after the direct. Like the direct is more akin to pretty much what we're playing now. You know what I mean? And it just seems like in the first mission, and that's another thing too. Once again, with these biomes and stuff like that, you go in, it's like how many locked doors there are. It almost makes you want to go back to certain areas that you've already experience, and I think in this game you could go back to areas and things you did.
I keep a whole sticky note, and this is my way of playing video games all the time when it comes to RPGs or any game. Like I would literally open up sticky notes and just like if I got to a master lock early on where I needed to get my skill up, I would note that, go, okay, this area is where it's at. So when I get master, I'm going back there because I want to open up that case.
Yep.
It's kind of disappointing sometimes though. I've gotten back to like expert locks when I got,
and there's been like shit behind it, right?
And there'd be like a fucking notebook and some shit. I'm like, I don't need that. Like, what the fuck?
I pick some things and like I look inside and see what you get. It's like this was an expert lock for what?
I spent the whole skill point for this shit
for what? Exactly. So, dude, I mean, you know,
I've been getting more into ship combating as well. Like I'm in that part of that now in the game where it's like I need to get my ship up. Combat is like fucking my ship because there was a mission you had to. There's a mission you go through where you have to like fight a bunch of like ships.
Yeah.
And it's like waves of them. Like they throw waves on that track. I mean waves. So my ship was not handling those dog fights at all. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me get better. I'll get good and I'll come back from.
Yeah, and that was my thing too, where it was like I didn't know, like once you unlock the thruster feature, the fact that you could make turns better or even upgrade, it just that just changes the whole combat thing. I got caught early on in an area where I kept jumping to a point and I kept getting jumped by a bunch of ships, and I was in like a death spiral. And then finally I just said, all right, well, I can't just do this area. Like I had to go back to like a previous save. I just feel like I can't do it because every time I would load in, I try to fight and I was just getting dogpiled until the point. And I think my brother made the point too.
You couldn't jump out. Yeah.
You could go to areas and systems that are much higher than your current level and get your ass kicked.
Yes,
and get your ass kicked if you don't know what you're doing.
It's not. It doesn't scale up with your levels. It's like random. Wherever you go, this planet might be a level 45 when you're still a 12 type stuff. It's like, oh, shit. You know, and the competitive in us is like, yeah, I'm going to that. Fuck it, I can do it. And then you go there, you get your ass checked really quick. Like, yeah, no, I can't. Let me leave.
And that's funny. See, so Yobi just brought up the final Crimson Fleet mission. Yes. So I'm literally, so you know what's crazy about that? So I know you said you did all the faction missions. I've only done the Ranger. I just declined the undercover mission because I didn't feel like doing it right now. But now I could go and do the Crimson Fleet one. And then I think I could go back to the undercover one because I think I was already like a UC person anyway.
That's my second favorite, with the UC being first, because those two factions
they coincide,
intertwine. Yeah. Yes, they coincide with the missions they do, and it's pretty cool. As far as choices goes with those missions. It's pretty good. It's pretty. And by the way, the choices they give you, that does give you different things depending on which way you go. So scum saving was a thing for me. Like I literally, okay, I want that, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get both.
That's funny. Oh wait, well, how does that work though about getting? I'm sorry, my ignorance is showing.
Console command. On PC.
Oh, so you don't care for achievements? Well, you're almost done anyway.
Oh no, I'm almost done anyways. I'm like 8 achievements left to finish, or 7 to finish the game. So I'm at that point where it's like, I'm there. I'm at
let me ask you, you've gotten, and that's another question too. You've gotten most of those achievements just playing the game, right? Like just literally, just not.
There's grinding into some of them, but yeah, like the XP shit, I was smart enough to like do the farming I was telling you earlier on different planets to give you all the XP.
Yeah.
And then certain missions, like let's say for example, for the achievement side, where the one that goes, you gotta like craft 100 things on a weapon or whatever that was mod or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I literally just got I got what I got from that. Went back to the place that's Fast Travel to the place that give you the materials you need. Like I watched the video, obviously. Saves, like I saved, went back, and then again, like I kept doing that till I got the achievement. But that's like tedious shit. Like if you're not into achievement, don't worry about it. But
yeah,
I will do shit like that for achievement. Is what I do. Like I will literally go, okay, I'm at the point of the game where I can spend an hour doing this to get my achievement. I'm good doing that. So a lot of that was like that because there's grinding ones, like there's 500 organic materials you have to farm.
Yes.
And that's pretty much just got like the inorganic is rocks. So I went to a planet. Can't even tell you the planet, but the planet literally is rocks, and just took my mining tool and just kept shattering for like an hour, shattering rocks until the achievement popped. Like that's how I played. But again, that's how this game allows you the freedom to play how you want to play. And since I'm an achievement hunter, I've been doing it for years. I know different things to do and how to set up achievements in games. Like I'll read the achievement list and go, okay, get here, I know what to do here. I know how to do that. Like there's times in the game where I reach that part and I'm like, oh, I can get my achievement right here. Hold on, let me pause and save right here and just like redo this fucking scene over and over again. Like I'm that guy. Yeah, no, I'm that guy. Fuck it.
I felt bad because I just saw a fast I just started the he goes, I just what do you say right here? I destroyed the Rangers, done a couple of missions. I felt bad because one of the clips that I'm showing in here was literally like close to the final mission of the Rangers. So I was like, fuck. I'm like spoiling it for him if he hasn't seen it yet. So my bad, Fast. I'm sorry.
Oh, you got a bounty from them. You got to visit a star system. If you don't have it in your apartment or in your place that you live at, you can visit a star, like a different place that has a kiosk and pay off that bounty if you have the amount of money.
And then that was another silly thing too. I got a 500 UC bounty, right? And I tried to go pay it off, and it's like I couldn't do it. Why? Because it wants me to go do the fucking undercover.
He's at that. Yes, he's at that mission.
I know.
That's
yeah, but that's what I mean. If you get the 500, you can't fucking pay it off. You gotta go do the. You gotta get caught. You gotta go do it. You gotta get scanned. You just it's so silly, man. But it's gotta
get scanned, go to jail,
or whatever.
Pay whatever you want to pay. Yeah.
I'm over here collecting because I'm. It's weird. It's like I want to be a good person, but I'm doing scumbag shit at the same time. I'm over here like in a mission. I'm getting contraband, and I'm going over to the den because they can't scan you. But there's UC officers on the den. So the first time I go there, I get recognized, and they're like, "Come with us," and I'm like, "Fuck, I just want to sell something." And they're like, "No, you have a bounty on your head." And I'm like, "Wait, I don't want to attack them." And then I'm like, "What is this?" And then they take me over, and then I discover the UC thing, and then I do the load thing, and I'm like, "Shit!" So I go back to the den, and then I try to sneak around the officers so I could go and sell the fucking contraband. So I don't have to get the cutscene yet. And then I start doing other shit. I'm like, let me go for powers. Let me go do this. And then not realizing if you just do the undercover stuff, you could say, yeah, I want to do it, or no, I don't want to do it. And then they just fucking, if you say no, they drop you off at Mars. But then you could go join the Crimson Fleet and do that. So it's like, and also that thing where I guess you don't have to do every faction mission, but I thought doing one faction mission interferes with you being in another faction. But I guess that's not the case necessarily.
I was talking to your brother about this because that's how they presented this in the direct, where it's like if you are part of one, like let's say the UC, and you try to go to somewhere else that interferes, and like one will kick you out. That's the impression I got out of these faction missions. But honestly, the only ones that interfere with each other is the UC and the Pirates.
And like, the Crimson. Okay.
The Crimson, yeah. Not the Pirates. Well, yeah, Pirates, the Crimson Fleet. are the two missions that actually are like they are hand in hand. Like if you fuck up one, like I was doing missions for the like undercover, obviously for the pirates for the Crimson Fleet, and they want me to kill. When UC's like, nah, we the law, we don't kill.
Yeah,
and there were times where I had to kill somebody. When I go back to report to my UC guys, like obviously the pirates like, yeah, good shit, but the UC guys like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah,
we're about to kick you the fuck out. Like, what are you doing?
On some like Jack Bauer shit.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So those two factions like clash.
So, and also because I'm not like 100% well versed in freaking, you know, Bethesda stuff, so it's like I'm like, oh, I got this little companion I could throw stuff to and stuff like that. Here I am not wanting to like fucking run around with somebody that's just tagging along with me.
No, me and you, we were linked up with that. Like I didn't want nobody around me. Fuck that. Like I'm a solo dude. Bro. But then I realized you told me that if you give them a grenade launcher or like if you give them something like a weapon that just like a grenade launcher, they'll spam the fuck out of it.
You know what I just saw today? What I didn't realize, you know, you could change what they wear.
No.
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah. You can,
no.
Which you could do, which this is not a surprise because mods in previous games let you do it and something like that with companions. In this game, you can literally, I think on controller, it's like you hit Y or something while you're in that select screen, like from it, and you could, if you give them an outfit, like I'm almost positive if you took off your Mantis outfit or if you took off the Constellation outfit, like that you get from the Master Lock, you wouldn't want to give it to Sarah because I think they're all wearing that. But like if you had this like another type of outfit, like spacesuit, I'm pretty sure you could give it to anybody, Sarah or anybody else.
You're talking to somebody who just found out you can fucking give them your inventory.
I know. Yeah,
like, you know how many times I'm encumbered going, oh, I gotta get back to the ship and put it in the ship, and your brother's like, bro, are you with a companion? I'm like, I don't do companion. He goes, then you're losing out because the companion, you can literally give them your shit. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And literally, I went up to Sarah, and she's like, you know, you don't have to carry all this stuff. I can help you. I'm like, oh, that's what you've been talking about. Okay, all right. My bad, Sarah. My bad.
Yeah, that or even what's the other one too? So there's the weapons, obviously, and stuff like that. There's something I lost my train of thought. Companion. What were we talking about? Talking about
the clothes. Yeah.
The clothes. There's something else that'll come back to me.
All right.
I forgot.
Why it comes back to? Did you know? Again, something your brother pointed out.
Yeah.
This is the fun part about this game. You will always find out something different and new when you talk to each other. It's like, oh, because everybody plays different.
Yes.
Because of your brother, I found out that when you open up the system and look at the map, the space.
Yes.
The white dots that are glowing, like lit up, those are planets you visited and landed on. The ones that are dim, they still white, but they're dim, not lit up.
You haven't been there yet.
You haven't been there yet. The red ones are indicator that your ship can't jump that far.
Yes.
You have to upgrade your ship to jump that far. I didn't know this. I'm going because I'm now sitting there doing the 100 planet visits and visit all the systems. So I'm jumping from planet map, which is the one I haven't visited yet. Like I was so lost. And he was like, "Oh, pro tip: just go to the ones that are dim, not lit up bright. Those are the ones you haven't been yet.
Yes.
Two yet. Right? Okay, all right, doing that. Yep. Finding shit out, man. Like it's a beautiful thing, especially us when we're in the Discord all day long talking about like while we're playing the game, we're talking about it. We are literally feeding ourselves tips. Like all because everybody plays different. Like, you might want to play stealthy where I'm playing fuck it, everybody dies.
Yeah.
You might want to this other person might want to build ships where I'm like, fuck a ship. I'm trying to, steal from the ship. Like stuff like that. And because we're talking to each other in Discord, like we're literally passing that information along to us. And it's like, by the way, the Discord we got set up, we have a Starfield channel. Like again, if you guys see us in there, pop the fuck in there.
Yeah, man.
And just have that fucking grand old conversation with us and get some tips and we share tips and all that stuff. Pause. But we'll do all that, man. And
we have a we have a Starfield voice channel and we have a Starfield text channel. So anything, pretty much anything and everything Starfield.
Feel free to drop tips in the channel, in the text channel if you want. Just drop it in there and be like, hey, I found this out. If it's a video, put it in there.
Yeah, put it in there. Yep.
And definitely, that's what we do. We want to support
Yeah.
any game. Like we've got, I think Starfield we got on there. We've got Apex. We got obviously Call of Duty is in there.
Yeah, and if there's something that you'd want to see, like, or something that you'd want to be...
Call of Duty, CS2 Go, or CS2, Destiny, Diablo. We have Tarkov, Halo. We got those channels there.
Yeah.
We don't have to be in the channel for you guys to just pop in and open it up. Invite your friends and be like, hey, man, let's come to this Discord channel. We're talking Destiny all day. Or we're playing Destiny, whatever it is. And the streaming from the Xbox thing is a great feature.
Yes.
If you guys don't use it, we use it. I'll give you an example how we use it. Like literally, what's that game? Remnant 2?
Yep.
I never played 1, or I did play 1. I wasn't interested in 2. And Sunda and Reborn loved, and Angel, and they love that game a lot. And I'm like, I'm not sold on it. They literally streamed it in the Discord, and I'm watching them play. I'm like, no, I want to play the game. It looks really fucking good.
Yes.
I ended up getting it because it's just good. I like it, and I've been playing it with your brother. If Draven, you're listening, we got to get back on that, man. We got to drop Starfield to like 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes to get back on Remnant.
That's funny.
But yeah, man, that's what we do with our channels, man. If you guys want to jump in that Discord and you see us, man, jump in there, man. This what you hear here is what we do in those Discords. Maybe a little bit more vulgar, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that part. I mean, it's adults. We're all adults.
It's
in
adult
there.
Discord.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. It's just like I said. I still feel like every time that I'm playing the game, I'm being surprised by something still. And mind you,
Yes.
I don't have the most time played. I've seen people's play times. It's pretty crazy. I think the last time I just checked right now, I think I'm approaching a day and a half of game time, which is like.
But see, that's the cool part. You have a day and a half.
Yeah.
I have 4. I think Fastback said he has a couple of days on it as well.
Yeah.
But you still, no matter how long you played the game, we are all finding out cool little intricate of the game.
Yes.
Tips and pointer and stuff that you like. Picking up a book is your point of interest on a planet. Like, I didn't know that. I mean, yes, if you're like your brother, who he's a walking Wikipedia, he would tell you, it was like that on Fallout. It was like, and I'm like, oh shit, you're right. I played the game and I don't fucking remember that shit because I'm old. It's like one of those things where that shit sets in. But he reminds me all the time, like, yeah, you're right. That was part of that.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's like little things like that. That's fucking crazy. It's like, okay, experiencing something new. Let me share with the boys.
Yeah. I mean, ever since I saw the video of you getting the suit from the mannequin, I'm over here like, well, if I come across another one of those suits like that, I don't even want to open up the other ones. Like, I check now whenever I walk across an area that has a mannequin inside of a case like that. I don't even look to see if it's locked or not. I'm trying to do the fucking glitch to hit the mannequin. I'm not even looking to see if it's got a lock on it or not anymore. It's like I've already been predisposed. You know what I mean?
Look, Fastback just said something in the chat. I didn't know this. I just found out you can destroy asteroids
and get resources.
I didn't know this shit.
And then and then there'll be different resources. Yep. Yes, you can.
I know I can shoot them, but I didn't know that was like
they blow up.
Gives me resource. From
they blow up, and then you go up to them with the ship, and then you're able to collect the resources from them. Yep.
Listen, I found this out with the suit thing behind the glass, and I'm playing. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, and I'm like, oh, nobody knows this shit. All right, so I did a short. The moment I did a short, like literally, my YouTube algorithm was like 8 other people have a video on this. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel special anymore.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
No, I mean, I seen a lot of those videos come out almost literally around the same time too that people were discovering it, so it's kind of crazy. But I mean, the suit was good until once again you get to the Mantis suit, and then even other stuff like, I mean, don't ask me. I mean, there's still a video that I need to watch that explains, like, obviously I understand what the thermals and what some of the other stuff is, but it's like I don't know exactly what every single thing means on the spacesuit and stuff like that, like all the different stats and stuff. You know what I mean?
I just pay attention to the perks, like the perks it comes with.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it has energy and all that. Like, I really don't know if that means shield or your weapons are better or your health. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But I do pay attention to the bottom. If it has, like, the legendaries and the epics, if they have, like, the perks in the bottom that better suit my gameplay, my game style.
Right.
I'm putting it on. The mantle is perfect for me and still perfect because it does, like, the lock picking where it puts, like, 2 or 3 lock picks in the queue, like in the auto lock picking thing. It gives you that option on that suit. I believe the air quality is a lot better, that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
there are certain suits that I'm disappointed I sold the fucking thing. I didn't know it was an actual suit that did this. Chameleon, where you can crouch and you go invisible. And I'm like, I sold that.
Yep.
I didn't know that's what that meant. I just thought it meant you can sneak around better. I didn't know it puts you invisible.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, it's just the metagame that's like a part of this game. Like, it's more than just, let me just mainline it, or let me just, look for the best suit, or look for the best gun, or build the best ship. I mean, or what do you want to do? What do you want to just go and fight other ships and stuff like that? Do you want to just be that person that just goes like, and that's another thing too, like the expression, the player expression that you technically have in the game it's crazy. It is that for me. I mean, I compare it. You could do it in previous Bethesda games, but I just akin it to like GTA. It's like if you just want to go and fuck around and just do whatever you want to, you can do that. You don't necessarily have to, And then this is before. Once again, I'm talking about mods and stuff, and I kind of want to touch on that a little bit because I know on the PC side, and just like I said, 6 million people played. I know they said the Steam numbers hit over 300,000.
I think that
players.
was across Steam, Windows, PC, Game Pass, and early access type stuff.
Yeah, well, that was for the 6. Yeah, well, the Steam one was specifically that 300,000 was specifically for Steam, but the 6 million was across everybody.
Everybody who can play it.
6 million was basically everybody and anybody who could play it, which I think is really dope. To the mod part of it now, and this is where, and we talked about it, obviously, like with Sunday and stuff like that. I think as long as, and this is what I hope, as long as for the people that are playing it through Xbox app, meaning on Xbox or on Windows, using Xbox app like from Game Pass, whether you purchased it through Xbox or that, I hope that the modding system or I hope that there's either people that come that want to help mod for that side, because right now as it stands, it's not that modding is impossible on the PC side for Game Pass, the Game Pass version of the game, but it is more difficult than how it is if you had the Steam version of the game, pretty much.
Yes.
And I hope that changes. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't think it's completely impossible. Like I said, I think there are going to be ways. There are people that are there workarounds now.
The issue with the modding on the console side or Windows PC side, with Game Pass and all that, is I think the importance of the achievements. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, because there's always going to be mods will block achievements, but there's always going to be a modder out there that figures that part out and go, no, I got a mod that actually bypasses that system too. And I think for the console side of things, like, that's a big thing for the console, the achievements. To just run amok on them will water it down to the point where it just becomes irrelevant. Like, a system was like, because that's one of the traits of the Xbox. It's one of the reasons why people get Xbox. It might sound silly, but part of the reason why people play on the ecosystem of Xbox is because of the achievement. Just like on PlayStation with the trophies. Yeah. People literally play games just for numbers to pop up on the screen. And if they find out you could just, like, not just buy $5 games, but also mod it so you can unlock all the achievements, then it just becomes where it runs amok, and then it makes a mockery out of that system completely. And then now you're like, I got 1 million points. Yeah, but were those, modded 1 million points, or how does that work?
Yeah, and to that, I would say I hope that there's ways similar to like Console Command, that if the game detects that there's a mod, that it just disables, or if the mod, like, I think there are mods that
you can still use them, but it disables it. Yeah.
Or there are mods that should be safe. Like, I think a UI mod that maybe could potentially improve the way the UI looks shouldn't disable achievements, in my opinion.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, there should be like certain quality of life, like, changes that could happen in mods. But then again, it might be one of those things where it's like either everything disables achievements or nothing disables achievements. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like, maybe
right now it's either all or nothing, and
right.
It should get to the point where it's like, if it's not tied into any achievements, like a UI thing or whatever, then let it happen, and it shouldn't disable an achievement where I have to farm 500 materials. Like, a UI mod shouldn't have to disable my 500 farm material if I'm still doing it the legit way. If I still have to go out there and mine 500 organic stones or whatever it is, why does a UI mod disabling that for you? It shouldn't. It's a UI mod. I get that part.
Yeah. But I think, but modding, similar to the conversations that we've had earlier in Discords and stuff like that, but modding is going to be really a really strong indicator to how long the longevity is for Starfield, outside of like other stuff, because I think there's going to be support anyway. I don't think this, once again, just because this came out here, we're a ways away from the next Bethesda title. I just want to make sure everybody's clear and aware that Elder Scrolls 6, you're lucky if you get that within the next 6 or 7 years. I'm being
that's going to be year 3 of the next console.
Yeah, I'm being completely honest with people. So it's like, pack in, because this is what.
No, this is the game. This
is
this
the game.
Starfield game is the game for the next decade or the next this console cycle and the beginning of the bro. If indicators point to what they did with Skyrim, where it was the Game of the Year edition, the 10-year anniversary,
Yes.
the 15 to 20, the toilet edition, the baby mama edition, the one in your refrigerator. Like they just came out with one after another. Doesn't Nintendo have it now? The Skyrim on their fucking It's like they are literally gonna support if this isn't an indicator. They will support this is it, and then with them saying it just started like pre-production, which means they're throwing spaghetti on the wall for Scroll 6. Like at that point, they're at just spaghetti on the wall right now. This game will be it with Bethesda RPG for the next decade at least.
Yeah,
like you'll be playing this game, and the mod community is going to be what extends that longevity. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, that's what's going to extend the longevity of this game.
Yeah,
it's the mod because I want to play as Shepard in this game. I want to play as what? I want to play as fucking Captain Kirk or some like give me that, bro. I want mods to like.
I'll do it. Imagine if they start modding like mass relays inside of systems, and they just start putting like a mass relay inside, like you know what I mean? Or they create an enemy type and you could go fight. Yobi, help me out here. I'm sorry, and you can help me out here too. Why can't I think of their fucking names right now? The enemies in Mass Effect.
Right.
Yeah.
You talking about the
help me out.
That's more Yobi's.
I know.
Yobi, what's the enemy type?
He knows.
Mass?
Come on, Yobi, right now. 10 seconds.
8. 5.
Suspense is killing me, Yobi.
We gotta wait for the delay too.
No, it's not that delayed. It's almost instant.
Oh, no, it's not that delayed. No. That's just my stream.
Come on, I know the Harbinger. Come on. What is it? I'm having a brain freeze right now, like a lock.
Yobi.
Come on. No, not. What?
Promians or Prometheus?
No. It's the. Come on. It's coming, there.
It's coming. He's typing.
Thank God it's not like a fucking Jeopardy question or something right now. Enemy. Yeah. It's.
Enemy type.
The big baddie of Mass Effect trilogy. Not because technically it was
the fucking guy, right? You talking about the guy?
It's not a guy. It's the enemies that came in and invaded that they.
Oh, okay.
The big ships. The one was called Harbinger. Fuck.
I'm over here thinking. I don't want to Google.
I don't want to Google. Yobi's not answering. God damn it, Yobi. You're failing me right now. He's the Mass Effect guy.
All right, so we have the collectors.
Thank you. No, not them. It's not them. It's not the collectors.
They were Cerberus, Cerberus, Centurion.
No, Cerberus was an enemy. Was an enemy.
Banshee, Atlas Mech, Abomination.
What the fuck?
A bunch. Holy fuck! I didn't realize there was that many.
Who?
Let's see.
The main fucking enemies in the Mass Effect series, the ones that invaded from deep space.
And then obviously the guy was talking about the Shadow Broker.
The ones that invaded from deep space. Help me out. Come on.
Thorians, the Varens, the
Reapers. Thank you, Reapers. Thank you.
Reaper.
Thank you. 5 minutes. I'm sorry, chat and anybody listening, audio listeners.
Fuck that.
I apologize.
No. We were testing out the chat's knowledge on Mass Effect.
But I saw Yobi typing in the chat, but he wasn't answering the question. That's why. So it must have been a really bad delay. Thank you, Yobi. So yes, the Reapers. Like imagine if somebody like modded fucking Reapers into the game.
Oh, stop.
Like it's like an enemy, like, you know what I mean? Like, or made like a Reaper, a Reaper ship. I don't think you could do it to scale, but I've seen some big, remember that.
Just imagine landing on a planet and there's Reapers on that planet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know how crazy that would be? Like, imagine a Reaper enemy as a mod.
World and like a whole thing. Shit.
Yo, I would lose my shit. I would actually lose my shit.
Oh, you know what? Hey, give me this dude from Interstellar. I want that skin. Give me somebody make that guy. Like, give me that, bro. Oh.
Or if you could mod in like black holes and shit like that actually get rid of it, like and that's another thing. So we didn't speak about it yet. And there's a new game plus, but a hardcore mode. Like I'm wondering if we get that. I'm wondering if we actually get like a hardcore mode.
Yeah, because I mentioned this to you guys in the chat. What I like about this New Game Plus is what I felt like for years that New Game Plus should be, but we don't really get that kind of New Game Plus because there's too many games out there that they say New Game Plus is there, but it's only really a difficulty increase pretty much. Not really getting nothing new, but with this game, you're getting New Game Plus from what I'm reading. New Game Plus adds enemy types, adds like weaponry, like new weaponry, new spacesuits. storyline is changed a little bit. Like there's a new storyline, new way to like. It literally is a new game plus.
Yeah,
like it's meant to be. And a lot of games don't do that. Like it gets. That's why I don't really fuck with New Game Plus because it's always just a difficulty buff.
Yes.
And I can care less about that. I know there's gamers out there who love fucking upscaling their difficulty from day one and playing that bitch on hardcore where you die, you lose the whole character completely permanent, like a permadeath. I get that there's people that play the game that way because they love that challenge. I'm not that guy, so New Game Plus to me is never a thing for me. It's like, okay, New Game Plus, I'll maybe try it out,
right,
just to see what it has if I haven't read up on it. But then the moment I find out, all this is just enemies are higher difficulty. I don't mess with that. Like I'm a gameplay guy. I want to experience the story the best way I can. It doesn't do that. Adding harder enemy types. Don't do that for me. It just stops. It prevents me from playing the actual story because now I'm fighting this one enemy for 3 hours, and now I'm turned off because I don't care about the rest of the story. Because like if I have to fight the whole game this way, I'm turned off. I don't want to do that. Like I'm that guy. I'm the guy that'll go in accessibilities and kudos to developers that do this and go, oh, I can put God mode on.
Yeah.
Hey, enabled. That's me. One shot kill enabled. That's me. Like I'm that guy, and I know it gets gamers frustrated. Because, that's, the gatekeepers of the world. I get that.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of playing video games. You play them how you want to play them. It's an option, not a choice. Like, it's just a choice you make.
Right.
It's not forced on you. So if you still want to play with the enemy with the, with the big gun that wants to kill you in one shot while you sitting there figuring out how to fucking maneuver around it, that's you. Do it. I'm not going to hate on that.
Yeah.
Me? Nah, man. I want to shoot him one time. You're going by.
And like I said, I don't want to overshadow how I feel about this game currently right now because I am enjoying it or even think about what's to come. But like I said, I'm wondering how that support is when it comes to DLC for this game, what that's actually going to look like.
Oh, we get that first expansion too.
That's what I mean. That's going to be pretty, I'm thinking about it now.
Do you think we get the mod support on console before or after this expansion?
That's tough to say, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think
because the mod scene is there. They're there. It's just getting it over the.
Oh no, like I think it was Yobi. Yobi said earlier in the chat, their early access. By the way, Nexus Mods, which is like the main go-to mods for Bethesda games, had 14 pages of Starfield mods. 14 pages. The game wasn't out. The game, but that was was day one. No, not even a day. That was day one. They had the mods ready to go. Like it was wild. It was ridiculous.
Now, are these people who played early access from the modding community? Because I know Bethesda this time around with this game literally invited them and hired them in house to.
Well, some people it could have been a little bit of that, but it also could have just been knowing the engine because this is an upgraded creation engine, pretty much what we're playing Starfield on. But so essentially, just if anybody knows anything about game engines, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know a lot. But it's easy to code, like certain things that were going to work essentially in Starfield or even in Fallout probably work here, and there was just a little bit of
Reapers and Collectors. You were both right. Collectors are from part 2.
Yeah. Collectors were part 2. Reapers were like the main overall,
overarching
baddie. Yeah, but then there was Cerberus, what basically ended up being like the big enemy as well too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So like I said, there's just the possibilities to just end this. And it's good to see a lot of people just enjoying the game and stuff like that, and also just the amount of access. To speak like a title like this being available on Game Pass is big at the end of the day. Like I won't like
it really is. It really is.
Just
because we said this before. The metric is no longer for Xbox at least or Microsoft.
Yeah.
The metric on the gaming side is not just how much it is sold anymore. They've changed that narrative and moved that goalpost for themselves. And now it's subscriptions and active user base and for users. That's the telltale sign of Microsoft looking for in addition to how much it is sold. Because at the end of the day, you can sell 1 million, then what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, Kills, you're effing a little bit. Your mic's effing a little bit. You're coming in and out. Say something.
Hello, mic check.
Yep.
Mic check.
No, you're good now. Yeah.
Mic check.
You were getting like a little robotic. I don't know if it's a Discord thing. I'm looking to see right now if it's server status or
not.
Might
be a Discord thing. Well, if I'm still doing it, let me know.
No, you're good now. Like server was good before, but yeah, like a little bit before you were kind of like effing a little. So we're good though.
Okay. No, what I was saying is like like the metric with Microsoft is downloads and how many people are playing the concurrent users, like they mentioned. Because they can sell 1 trillion games, and if nobody's playing them, it's in my opinion, it's a loss. It's like, yeah, okay, we made our money, but nobody's coming back to it. And how about the sequel? Is anybody going to come back to the sequel after they experience, the first one not being what they wanted to play? So a good, healthy sign of a game, healthier than just how much it sold, would be how many people are playing it today? How many people are playing it 3 months from now? How many people are playing it 8 years from now? Like, that's where the modding community comes in with a Bethesda game and improves and adds to the longevity of the game. Because today's game, you add the mod community to it a couple of years from now, it's not tomorrow's game. It'll be a complete different way to play this game. And there's so many creative fuckers out there that can make this game like a whole different experience for you, even if you played it New Game Plus 15. Like, it's going to be different because the modding community is just that good when it comes to, which is why Bethesda said this time around, come into the house, we're hiring you, let's go.
Look on the screen real quick what I'm showing. I don't know if you see this clip.
Did you just get run over?
That's not me. This was a clip that I think the official Xbox account posted this, or one of the Starfield accounts. But this is just a clip. It was called, or is it?
Motherfucker right standing there trying to have a conversation
I hope this email finds you well. How the email actually finds me, and it's this.
Oh my god! It runs him over.
Boom. It just. There's one that I saw where one of the big giant fucking aliens of a planet, whatever, looked like a dinosaur almost, got on top of got inside of somebody's ship while they were in space, and he had to fight them.
In the ship?
In the ship, yeah. Oh, there's this one. Pete Hines shared this one. Thank you so much. This was funny.
Moments like this.
This was
these
funny.
Type of moments. Mm-hmm.
It's fucking just... Yeah. Like,
what is happening?
Dude, he's like, thank you. He's like, thank you for saving me.
You saved my life.
And then he just gets run over by a spider.
Thank you so much. I haven't even seen these fucking guys. I don't even know what these guys.
He said, pop. Yeah, punted him.
Dude, it's so crazy. And then Vasco probably in the background just shooting at him.
No, my so far my favorite has still to this day been the fucking. We're glad we reached you. We wanted to reach you about your insurance or whatever. Yeah. Oh my fuck! That they added that to the game is crazy. A fucking meme. That's.
Hey, a little break from Starfield real quick. I don't know if this has audio. I think it does. Let me see. Let me know if you hear this.
Oh, Discord's been funny with sharing audio.
I'm a gangster. I got my puff and my Timbs.
I hear it.
I need my bacon, egg, and cheese, too. You got the good super fly?
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Yo, let me get that cheese.
With the bed. With the bed, yeah.
Yo, I started watching that movie. My dad told me about that. I started watching it last night. It is funny.
I gotta watch it. It's on digital now, right?
Yeah, it's on digital now. It's funny.
He's like with the Arizona iced tea. Yo,
Ak, let me get a bacon, egg,
and
cheese.
Let me get a bacon and cheese, yo.
So New York, man.
That's so New York, man.
Dude, so yeah, I mean, Starfield is. I mean, listen, we're not gonna put a button on this. Like I said, I didn't beat the fucking game yet, and maybe in 2 weeks when we come back and we talk again on this podcast, I'm sure, I'm assuming I would have beaten the game by then. But if I didn't, I guess we'll talk about why I hadn't at that point. But I feel like I'll be playing.
Between that chat, he's on the clock.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to put any time, constraints.
I won't do the final mission until I clean up my achievements. Once I do that, then I hit the final.
And then for me, it might be like that thing because that's how I feel like it's like Final Fantasy X, where it's like, do I go and fight Sin or do I keep finding all the ultimate weapons and stuff like do I? I
just don't want the experience to end. That's my thing.
Yeah,
I do not want the experience to end. Like, it's just such a beautiful game. So much to do in the world that resetting it would just be like, I have to do that again. Not that I wouldn't do it again, but it's like it's still too much for me. Like I got a laundry list, even bigger than that, of just side missions with the activities and everything I got to do that I still want to hit up because there's a lot of these things that flesh out some of the things that I've been curious about in the storyline, and it brings much more lore to what I'm doing. So I'm definitely more interested in that at the moment. Not ending the story too soon yet. I can definitely see if you mainline it, it could end faster.
Yep.
Your experience ends a lot that much faster. But not that there's a wrong way or a right way to play a Bethesda RPG title. However, you will be missing out a lot if all you're doing is mainlining the story and not experiencing the actual world for what it's worth. You know, there's a lot in this world to do, man. That's just too much for you to miss out on that. Collecting of the suits and the weapons and just building ships or stealing ships, you know? Still trying to figure out how to fucking get a successful scan with contraband. I'm trying to sneak that shit, the drug from, by the way, I gotta say this. I fucking hate Neon City. I hate Neon fucking City. I hate it because it's always a random civilian jumping in the way of me shooting the enemy.
That's funny.
And then it's like the whole city is on lockdown because this dumbass decided to jump in front of my bullet. Now I'm sitting here going, I gotta get out of here, pay a stupid fucking fine to get this bounty off me to come back and do it again. Like, get out of my way. And this happened to me back to back. Like, it's laughable. Like, I went, started a mission, shot a guy by mistake, lockdown. Finally found my way after like 30 minutes of running around getting shot, found my way out, paid the bounty, came back, same exact thing. Here we go again. I'm like, you know what? The sooner I get out of here, it'll be the best. Fuck it. I don't want to come back to it. And then I started doing the I think it's the Realgen missions because they're in Neon City and all of their missions in that city. And I'm like, oh my god! But I must say, the club in Neon City is badass.
Yeah,
like the club, the music, and the guys dancing with the fucking purple suits. That's fucking funny as shit. That is funny as shit. And then the guy wants me to give him the drug.
Yeah.
And I try to smuggle the shit. There's an achievement for smuggling successful. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I guess I gotta upgrade my fucking ship to like be undetectable. I don't know.
Yeah,
something.
The cargo.
Yeah,
the
cargo shield
hold,
or whatever your brother told me.
Yes.
I'm like, I gotta figure that out. So that's one thing I gotta figure out so I can smuggle fucking this game's version of Nuke from RoboCop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not. We don't sit here. We don't score shit. We don't give it Metacritic.
That's why I'm not doing. I didn't bring. I purposely didn't bring it. I wanted to, and I didn't even preface the conversation that we had by saying, "Can we talk about the game, just our experiences alone, and then just chat or whatever chat?" And that's what I wanted to do. And not to say that there are people that have played the game that it just wasn't their cup of tea, but there are a lot of people that play the game that are thoroughly enjoying it. So it's just I'm one of those people that I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. And I know you are as well too. So I just wanted to speak to that without, any other thing and stuff like that. And it's good whether the game was getting hit tremendously or whether it was being scored as like this massive, huge success. Like either way, whatever way you look at it, me personally as a gamer, I find myself really enjoying the game, especially when I'm not your single player type of person. I'm not that gamer. That's not the type of gamer that I prefer multiplayer games.
Let's circle back to the opening of the conversation where Angel was asking you to play Apex and you like Starfield. And you're a multiplayer guy. You like Starfield.
Yeah.
Starfield, I gotta play. Like it's testament to what the game. And kudos to the Bethesda team out there. This being a live service game, which it is a live service game, in the sense that it's always connected to the internet and it draws resources for that. Kudos that the only time I've ever experienced, I believe you experienced it too, logging into the game was when early access happened, which I did not expect. It's early access. We expected, what was it, 2 million or 1 million players early access?
Yeah.
Or more than that, and 250 people playing the shit on early access. Like, that's the only time I've ever experienced it not allow me to get into the game as fast as I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because when it officially launched, they tweeted and say, "Hey, expect this to happen. We are aware of it. Don't lose sight of. Don't get frustrated. It's gonna happen."
And that was more or less just because they were slowly rolling out the game and to everybody. So like, just not everybody got access right away, but you had to keep. It's like I told you, you had to just keep trying it before you got it.
But the game has helped. I mean, in my experience, the game and people around me that I know that. We talk a lot about the game. That part was well handled. Like, I'm not sure if it was a thing that people were experiencing. I'm sure there was, because it was a lot of people trying to log in and fucking pressing A on early access. It had a
pretty smooth launch. If it's both times.
If you ask me, yes.
It was.
You hovered over the space bar and fucking spammed it and got in. Yes.
Yeah.
Good tip for that. By the
so
way.
yeah. So Yeah, I know. I mean, I found that out online with somebody saying that because I was pissed. I was like, "What do you mean early access? I have early access. Let me the fuck in." You know,
turn on the servers.
I want in. So, but yeah, man. So, anything else you kind of want to bring up on it right now?
Starfield, in my opinion, Starfield is a generational game. I'm happy that Xbox, not that I've not played Xbox first party titles, but I'm happy for Xbox. They got the title. Like, this is the title that got the masses to come over and go, I want to buy an Xbox now. And Xboxes are being bought. Like, this is the title that did that, and I'm happy for them. Especially on the heels of like Redfall, which is a game I thoroughly enjoyed, and I know most didn't, but I did, and Reborn did. Me and played a lot of it, but on the heels of that, this game came out, and it's like slap on the face. This is it. You got it. We got you. Like, it's good. I like it. It's one of those games that I'll be playing for a very long time, achievements or not, complete or not. I'll be playing for a while, and I can't wait for the modding committee to come out. And listen, I probably don't even have to wait on console. I just go right on my PC and play it there, because they're already out. Like, on PC, there's already mods on there. So I just got to look at what I want to add and play and experience. But I'll do that after I finish the experience of the story and all that stuff. It's a great game. Listen. Apart from Starfield, I was playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which fuck you guys for not wanting to play that with me. But playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre is another game I was playing. Have you even tried it at all?
No.
Bro, that game is like on a different level of fun.
Yeah.
Like, and for those who did play it, patch will be coming out this week Tuesday, fixing a lot of the stuff that the committee was talking about and feedbacking. Like, it's just like the grievance, like in the lobby where you have to wait 8 hours just because the lobby requires the whole lobby 100% to be rated up for the game to start.
Yes.
If not, you're waiting out a whole 5-minute fucking timer for it to force the launch game on it, the launch lobby.
Yep.
But they lowering it down to like 2 minutes now, so you don't have to wait that long. Like they're working on it, but there was one like achievement that was like not popping. They fixed that with this update coming out. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a game I was playing before Starfield came out, and it took me away from games like fucking Call of Duty and like things like that. I'm like, damn, I'm literally playing Texas. Like I logged on for a straight 2 weeks playing Texas, and I still play Texas as a palate cleanser for me.
Yep.
To play that, but that my son's been playing Madden 24. I'm not the biggest sports guy when it comes to Madden titles because we don't know what we're gonna get from Madden.
Yeah.
But that launched. 2K24 launched. That's
Yes.
another one that's out there. Funny because Money hit us up in the group chat and he was like, "Hey man, what's launching today? There's 3 people in the GameStop line." And your brother's like, "Oh, it's NBA 2K24." He goes, "Oh, I would have thought it was a shooter." And I was like, "Well, technically, it still can't be a shooter if people out there trying to kill themselves with that game." And he's like, "Oh, that's fucked up." I'm like, "Yeah, well, yeah, that's life in the ghetto."
Yeah.
But 2K24 did pop out too. So, but I've been spending my time on Starfield, looking forward, obviously, to fucking Liza P this Tuesday, and then this same week on Friday or Thursday, I believe, 3 days apart, is Payday 3. That's the one I really, as far as multiplayer goes, I can't wait. I have not touched the beta, by the way, this weekend. I don't want to touch it.
For Payday? Yeah, no, I haven't either, and I have access to it, obviously. Everybody does now. I haven't. I'm on screen. This came out on the 5th. Under the radar. This was interesting. Patch 7 for Star Wars Jedi Survivor arrives today, September 5th. Performance mode on console has been completely reworked to provide a solid 60 FPS. Additional performance and optimization improvements for PC have also been added, including DLSS support. That's dope.
I will be jumping. I will be done once this pops out. Did it already pop out?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
On the 5th. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be trying it again because as much as I enjoyed Jedi Survivor, and I did, it's had its issues with performance, like a lot of issues with performance, especially when you go to the main city, the main hub.
Yeah.
Where it just looked, it just played bad. Like, but I enjoyed it. But I'll pop back in to see how that patch worked out. Looking forward to see if maybe DF does a revisit.
They probably will. I mean, obviously, their big thing was the last couple of videos came out was Starfield related and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So on here I have this is Liza P. 8 days, 2 hours, 13 minutes.
They got a countdown on that bad boy. Let's go.
Yep. And then
is that a worldwide? Is that like a
Oh yeah, no, this is I don't know.
Or...
This is 8 days as far as Game Pass. I want to say it comes out. I don't think there's like an early access thing. I want to say it comes out for everybody at the same time, which was on the 18th.
Okay, does it have, because normally when it has a specific, like they would start with 8
and it's also coming out on. Well, that's what it is. It's coming out on at 8 p.m.
Then it's a global. Yeah, it's a global launch.
Yeah. So there's that, and then Payday.
Payday 3. That's the one. Oh, global launch as well. Damn.
This one I have to pre-install. So
I already have this and Lies of P pre-installed.
I didn't see what the other editions. What is this? Silver Season Pass, Trifecta. Oh yeah, I think they were saying the different. Like I think they said there were 4 DLCs for the first season. I think. For
yeah, there was a graphic they put out where it showed like the 4 seasons for the next year.
Yeah,
but it was just like placeholder graphics. So, but
okay.
they mentioned officially that for the next year there will be content dropping every season.
Yeah.
So it'll be the winter season, starting with the winter season, and then next year spring, summer, and then next year's winter or fall.
Yeah, so that's going to be that following. So the same week of Lies of P.
Which, if you play the other ones, you know they're going to drop content. Like they did that with the other one.
Yeah, Payday 2, Crime
City Edition.
Yeah. No, Payday 2, the amount of fucking DLC and then even mod generated content that came out in that game was just unreal.
Yeah, they just kept going. Like I think because they originally came out on the 360, and then when the 1 came out, and the PS4, they ended up doing the Crime Wave edition, which
and then it took off on the. I played it on the PC. And
on the PC because that's when they brought out the 60 frame and like all the bells and whistles to the game when they optimized it and all that shit came out. And it all popped for the PC, the pros, and the what do you call it? The pros and the the pros, the pro edition consoles. It's when that the Crime edition came out. I own both of them actually. The one that was on 360, which I played thoroughly, and then the one for that came out for the one. It was called the Crime Wave edition. I own both of them. But I can't wait for this one. It look like I've seen video on it, clips, and it looks to be playing like you still get your traditional way of playing the Payday, where you do bank heists and you plan it out and everything. But it also looks like they added some more like mayhem.
Yeah.
Like there's mayhem to the whole thing where you could just fucking blitz and go nuts with that side of if that's how you play, the heist where you blitz and you don't do any kind of sneaky.
Yep.
You can go on like all guns blazing type shit. So seen that too. So can't wait, man. That's this week. It's days apart from Lies of P and that. Like if you're an Xbox ecosystem or even the PC side of things when it comes to Game Pass, man, we are eating. This year has been such a fucking amazing, crazy, over the top year when it comes to gaming. No matter what is your genre, no matter what you play, no matter what you haven't played and end up playing anyways, Elden Ring. Like there's games that are popping out. Well, that was last year, but there are games that are popping out that's like, bro, like, okay, I want to play that. It's on Game Pass. Okay, I can play that now. Like I don't have to worry about breaking the bank or not paying this to get that. Like there's a lot of that happening this year, and it's crazy. The gaming scene this year has popped off to the point where I think the last time we had something great like this, where every fucking month was a game after game after game, was like 2001 or some shit like that, where just quality, games were coming out and everybody wanted to play every single title that came out. And this year you got everything from Nintendo, from PlayStation, from PC, from Xbox, Steam Deck. What's the other one? The Ally ROG from Asus.
Yeah.
Like you got shit for like even the fucking VR, the PSVR, like the 2 or whatever they call that. Like there's games everywhere. Like whatever is your shit, it's there. Go play it. Like it's nuts. Oh, by the way, did you hear the rumors about the Switch 2?
Yeah, so my brother was telling me that we're supposed to be hearing something soon. Maybe. But well, obviously Tokyo Gaming Show was going on.
So TGS.
TGS was going on now.
But there's IGN wrote an article on it. And, well, it's a rumor, but if IGN is writing on it, it's like, okay, is it a rumor? Yeah. Because supposedly they behind the scenes at the Gamescom, they were running the Switch 2 the Matrix demo that we played
the dev kit. Yep.
A while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were playing it on the dev kit for whatever the Switch is going to be, the new Switch, the new Nintendo system.
Yep.
Apparently they were playing that and a modern version of a Mario game, like updated graphics and everything. So I'm like, whoa.
Well, yeah, like I mean, I definitely think. I mean, now at this point, it's almost been confirmed. Switch 2 will be next year. More than likely, there's going to be a new 3D Mario game. More than likely, there'll either be an updated version of Tears of the Kingdom, or at least like it'll just run at 60 FPS. I'm fully.
If I were to bet on Nintendo, I'm sure whatever that new system is, we'll get an updated fucking the Kingdom.
Well, yeah, and according to the rumors as well too, it is still sticking with NVIDIA, and that means that it's using new DLSS technology, which also means that it's going to be it's going to have that frame technology with higher resolution as well too. So it's like it's going to have that upscaling.
That uses minimal resources.
Yeah, that uses minimal resources, but that keeps frames like locked essentially. So I don't know if they go higher than like a 1080p screen, but all I know is, I mean, you'd have to assume that the new system standard is going to be an OLED screen. I think that would just be a safe assumption since the Nintendo Switch OLED is kind of like a thing now. You would just assume that the new Switch 2 has an OLED in it. I think it's a safe assumption that it would be at least 1080p. I think it's a safe assumption that it's going to be at least minimum, probably locked, but minimum 60 frames. Minimum.
I think the part of that rumor was that it plays on par with the Series XX and PlayStation 5. And I would be surprised if it did, only because of this. Not because they can't do it or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have found such a market with success in what they do now, that obviously gamers who gameplay is the most important thing in their Nintendo experience, not the 4K 120 and it has to be feature fucking rich. No, but for the Nintendo ecosystem, for that fan base, gameplay is king. It should be for everybody, honestly. But gameplay is king with that system. So I would be very surprised if they decide to go like, hey, we're gonna come out with a system that's on par with this generation's current system. Like, why? Like,
I don't think that
I'm that guy. Like, why would they do that? Like,
I don't think that's what they're aiming for. But what I honestly believe is because of the way DLSS technology actually works. I wouldn't be surprised if it does have it. But once again, their biggest worry is going to be if it's still a handheld system at the end of the day. If it's still that handheld and base system where you can plop it down on a dock and have that, and then it's a handheld system, it's battery life. That's it. That's the only reason why it wouldn't be. And at the end, because to be able to try to put a good, like, you know, because you don't want, if you have to charge the fucking thing every 2 hours, it's silly. Like,
especially if they're gonna continue with handheld like movement with handheld plus docked TV screen. If that's a big question, you know, they don't want to go backwards. Every 2 hours they gotta fucking charge it.
And that's why I think it's safe to assume at minimum it's going to still be similar to the Switch in that way. I think the dock is going to be updated.
Well, with
the
DLSS, SS and the UE5 engines taking the brunt work of like the resource part of it.
Yeah,
I can see them hitting those benchmarks.
Right, and just spec wise though, the dock will be USB-C. Like, you know what I mean, like the little things like that, like the dock that you put it on will be USB-C.
Keep the OLED, the USB-C.
The dock also probably it's a safe assumption. Everybody shitted on the original Nintendo dock, like the Switch dock. Like, it'll be a safe assumption to see like any type of improvements that they do. Like, that's what I mean. Like certain things like that, whether it's a cushion or something that they put on the new one. Like, you know what I mean. And if not, then that'll be silly. But we'll see.
And the Joy-Cons gotta be a lot better. They gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, listen. One of the
amount of Joy-Cons I went through.
If they really want to shut shit down, this is some nerdy shit right here. But we can end it with this. If they announce that the new Switch Joy-Cons, like just say, or new system Joy-Cons uses Hall effect sticks, that'll just be done. Just shut it down. That's it. Automatic. That's it. Automatic W. Automatic W.
That's it.
Period.
It'll be in the conversation of best controllers to play with.
Yeah, because you can do it now. And for anybody that doesn't know, I would recommend looking up Hall effect sticks right now. I'm currently using a controller on PC with Hall effect sticks, and just when you just know that you don't have to worry about dead zones. There's just no
dead
drift.
Zone, there's no drift.
There's no drift. There is no drift. I mean, it's not to say that they can't get drift, but they last you. And this is also. But then let's see how many Joy-Cons they want to sell in a given year. So I don't know. Like, will they actually do it? Who knows? Can they do it? 100%. Why? Because you could go to iFixit.com and order Hall effect fucking sticks for the Joy-Cons currently and swap them out on yourself. There's literally a fucking how-to to do it. So, But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So hopefully when we do come back, should be in 2 weeks. So 2 Sundays from this Sunday. We'll have a lot more.
Sunday.
Yep, we'll have a lot more to talk about. Lies of P will be out by then. Payday will be out by then. and we'll have more Starfield to play, and maybe we'll have some information on a new Nintendo Switch. You never know.
I'm with Fastback, and you'll be in the chat. Fastback, hopefully backward compatible.
It needs to be. It needs to be 100%.
I don't need
agreed.
my library to be null and void.
Yep.
That's for sure. And then you'll be saying, I believe the Switch 2 won't be full steam ahead until Nintendo surpasses Sony's PS2 lifetime sales, and they're almost there. Those two things I can agree with. Like, I see Nintendo saying, wait, I want to pass. We want to hit this milestone.
Well, that's not to say that they still won't make Switches period and just keep the Switch OLED as the lower, like, because you have to think about from a manufacturing standpoint, right? Like, they're just going to make OLED Switches, but one of them will be, there's a reason to believe that they make, like, the light version, like a Switch Lite, different SKUs. And there'll be a lower end version that's handheld only, just like they have now on the current Switch. And then there'll be like that premium edition one that is meant to be docked and stuff like that. Absolutely. Yeah, like but I also don't think this new system's going to be $300. I think this system's going to be up. I don't. I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be closer to the $400 or $500 range. I believe.
Yeah. Very easy. I mean, the market has predicted and has. We've made a market for consoles in a pandemic era to sell at $500. Not only just sell, but not even be in scarce inventory. Like, we couldn't even find it, and then when you did find it, you were willing to pay, not just for consoles, but for graphic cards, $1,500, $3,000, $5,000. Like, we made that market for them to go, we can get away with it. And it's Nintendo. Let's be real. It's Nintendo, bro. Like it's.
I think $399 is like the easy. If you were to say right now, like bet, like what's the bet? I think $399 is the bet, and then I think for the lower end version or the handheld only version, I think there's a $299 version, or they just keep the current Switch OLED out for $350 or whatever. But whatever Switch 2 is, for sure.
Backwards compatible will be a huge W.
Yeah. For and imagine if the older games will just run at higher performance automatically, like. That they don't have to be, you know what I mean? Just because
that's the beauty of technology. Console... Man. We've gotten to that point when NVIDIA and AMD and Real Engine is starting to do. Engines are taking the grunt work of all the work a system would do, a console would do. Like, because of that, systems like Nintendo can thrive in that market because now they don't have to worry about, our system has to have these components to run a 4K, 2K, whatever K, Zelda or Mario Brothers or Metroid. No, the engine will take care of that. Like FSR and DLSS, all that will. Well, not FSR because Nintendo has a relationship with NVIDIA.
With NVIDIA, so DLSS, So
same,
DLSS. Yep.
Yeah, so it'll have all the bells and whistles of that, and just think of the possibilities the next Nintendo system would have as far as improvements overall with just graphically and performance. And not that they have an issue with that, but it is a dated system. It is dated components that they've been using for well over 10 years, and it's like it's time for let's get to closer to what modern is. Not so much the consoles like Xbox or PlayStation, but for them, any benchmark forward is it's a vast improvement for them because let's be real here, they're in their own world. Like, nobody competes with them. Nobody touches them. They're in their own world, their own space. So they can pretty much move the needle just a bit with DLSS, and it's a win. It's a huge fucking win. And the second win would be backward compatibility. And the third one, Joy-Cons. Make them shits with what you said. Like, just make them that way. And you wouldn't have to worry about people, having to go out there and fucking have to buy a Joy-Con because they play too much Mario,
Yeah.
So,
that's it, man. That's what
Yogi says. Logic, do that, it will reach that sales mark in 1 month alone. Yeah. But chat, that's it, man. We've reached our limit on today's episode 89. I thank you guys for being patient with us. We took a few months off, much needed, but we have batteries on our back. We won't be doing as announced a couple of times. Logic announced it. We won't be doing the weekly thing. It'll be bi-weekly going forward. So our next episode won't be next week. It'll be 2 weeks from now, late September. That'll allow us to play Payday 3 and Lies of P and actually update my intro video so you guys get something fresh. But yeah, man, that'll allow us to catch up, play the games that are coming out, experience them, play them before we talk about them. And yeah, that's it for episode 89, man. I had a blast. I hit up Logic. Was it last week? I was like, hey, bro, I got the itch. And Logic, he said, let's go. he was ready for it. So we here. But thank you guys for even following me on Twitter and keeping up with my antics and my flaming the fanboys on the social media side. But other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. Catch us on Twitter. We're there all day long. This will be audio because I haven't forgot. I gotta remember how to do that shit. This will be on audio platforms: Spotify, Apple, Google. I just gotta remember how to fucking do all that shit. But yeah, this will be on that. Look forward to that and be editing the chapters on this. Should be easy. Starfield, right?
Yep.
And more Starfield. And
more Starfield and more Starfield. And a little bit of catch up at the end.
A little bit of catch up at the end, a little bit of catch up in the beginning, and you know.
That's it, man.
Yeah. But other than that, man, bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Episode 89. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Happy fucking gaming.
Later, everybody.